here we are. Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the Lotro Stream Twitch channel. I am your host, Little Redhead, and I will be taking you around the world of Middle Earth here today as we wander around on the Anor server. Anor is one of the legendary servers. It was the first legendary server, and it is coming up to the point where they've been releasing the expansions in the server one at a time, slowly catching up to what's going on the other standard servers, and it is pretty close to caught up. So instead of leaving it and just being a slower XP server, they've gone ahead and decided, SSG, the people who run Lotro, have decided to go ahead and close it down at the end of August. So those of us who have characters here on Anor have until the end of August to finish doing anything we want to do on the server, where there are things you can get that you cannot get other places. So we want to get those now while we have the chance. So yippee sandwich, hello, welcome to the stream. So we are trying to get there's some legendary quests. There's various quests you can do on the legendary server that, hello Kato, that you can only get on legendary servers. And currently there are 3 legendary servers, and the other 2 servers are not as far along as Anor is. So we are here with our main characters and working on getting those quests and deeds and titles and various benefits that you can get before the server closes. And then once the server closes, or maybe when it gets close to it, we'll be able to transfer our characters off. Now, we won't be able to send them to another legendary server, which is kind of a bummer because our main server these days is Treebeard, which is another legendary server, and we really enjoy playing over there. But these characters will go somewhere else. We're figuring out where they're going. But I'm trying to collect some things that then will go with my characters elsewise, and I can have some yard items that are unique. So I'm kind of excited about that. Anyway, okay, so we are doing a couple of things here. There is a legendary deed, a deed on the legendary server that you get for Rebuilding Hytbold that is different than a deed you get on the normal servers. And I actually don't know, and I just realized that my little bubble there is out of the way. So let me move that, because there we go. Now I can click on my deed tracker. So deed tracker... All right, so Athel here next to me is the one who knows Deed Tracker better than anybody because they're the ones who made it. So if I wanted to find out, well, maybe if I put in Hytbold. It's not under Class Race Epic. It's probably under, is it Ravanian? Maybe it's Ravanian.
Well,
A summons to Hytbold. That's not Hytbold.
Hytbold is under Legendary Server Deeds. But
So
the
where?
steps of doing it are under East Rohan.
Well, yeah. So I want to look at the legendary server deed in Deed Tracker.
Class Race Epic.
So Class Race Epic.
And under Race and Social.
Race and Social.
Scroll on down to Legendary Server
All right.
Deeds. Almost at the
So
bottom.
don't look at Hytbold.
What is the bottom before Epic?
All right. So if I scroll down, it's at the bottom before. Oh, legendary server deeds. Here we go. So these are deeds that I can only accomplish on a legendary server. So we're trying to do all of them. So Rambling Rover. Oh, Legendary Angmar. Oh, how funny. I haven't bought that one yet. And Legend of Angmar. Apparently, I still need to do that one.
You probably did it on Treebeard, though.
I probably did it on Treebeard, though. So I have the title. So I don't necessarily need to do it on this character. Let's see. Legendary Wildermore. Complete final stand on a legendary server, and you get a title Shatterer of Nurzum. Nice. If we finish Rebuilding Hytbold on a legendary server, there we go, then we get a title Legend of Rohan and 2000 Virtue Experience. So that's nice. That's what that little 2K is over there on the side. Let's see, Siege of the White City, complete part of the Epic line. So we've been working on the Epic line here also. You get a title, Glimmer in the Dark. Whoops, I scrolled too far. Beacon of Gondor, so complete Beacons of West Gondor and the Southern Beacons on a legendary server. You get a title, Beacon. Ashes and Stars, Legend of Gondor, and that's Legend of Rohan. I see. let's see what else we got. So these are the things that we're working on. We're trying to accomplish all of these before the end of August, which is okay, except for we do start back into Dutch classes around like the 22nd of August. So from there, we're gonna be pressed for time because once homework kicks on, it gets a little crazy. So, all right, so let us, let me see, where do we want to start here? Let me grab my Hobbit gift while we're figuring out. I got 1,000 marks. Woo, woo. Oh, how bad is my inventory? Well, it's been better. It's been worse. All right. I think I can slide this into my legendary items bucket. And enhancement runes. Awesome. Let's see, where have the runes been going? Have I been putting them here? I think I have. So I've been, since this character has got, is the only one that has legendary items. I have 3 characters on the server, but this is the only one that has legendary items, and so she's the only one I'm really keeping track of those things on so far. But at some point, I will break that out and decide who's taking what to which server, because I'm thinking my characters on Laurelin might go and get their legendary items at some point. And having some of these things goes around to account might be kind of useful. Also, I can't deconstruct any more of my traceries currently because my ancient script level is over the cap because I disenchanted a whole bunch of things right before they turned the ability off to do that. So, but once we get to like 104, I don't know, 10 something, I think we can get different traceries on our legendary items. Let's see. Let me pull up my legendary item, one of them. So what's currently on here, maximum level 105. Yeah, okay. So once we get to around 105, we'll want to buy the next level of these traceries that slot in here, and they'll be better. So that's cool. Now this says minimum level 86. I wonder what the minimum level is for the one that comes after this. It's probably 105 or 106.
It's probably already available.
He thinks it might be available. Anyway, we'll come back to that later. So, shall we go to Hytbold?
That sounds good.
All right, so we're going to take our milestones because we went ahead. So, Hytbold is a location in Rohan, and it has been like decimated by all of this fighting that's going on. So but they've settled it down a bit. Like the orcs aren't in the town. So they've asked us to go around and help rebuild the city. So that's where we are, and you can see like some places are looking a little grimy still, like that one's still been all burnt up, and there's bunches of places in and about the town. But the town itself, you can't really see, but it's got kind of like, you see how there's like on my radar, there's like a little path that goes off there, and there's another path that goes there. And so it's very big on having like these winding paths that go around, and then you'll end up in these different areas. And there's kind of like the Sutcrofts area and the Norfolk area or whatever it is. And so there's different areas in the city that kind of relate to different areas around this area of Rohan. So we've done a little bit of rebuilding. We've rebuilt a little bit of the mead hall. It's not completely done. It's still a mess, but we've got it started. We've rebuilt the milestone. So there's that. And we rebuilt the stables. So we got the stable master. So that allows us to get here with our milestone, which is fantastic. And then also we can use the stable master to get to some places, but not a lot yet. So why are we doing this? First of all, let's talk to Rinwald. And he's going to give us this daily wrapper that we can do called Aiding the Eastham-net. So this is all Eastham-net area stuff. He says, there is much to do to aid the people of the Eastham-net. Threats approach us on all sides, and those in power seem ignorant to the danger, or worse, because some of them are in league with the danger. He says, go out and aid the good people of these lands, and they shall in time return your favors. So you need to pick up this daily wrapper in order for the quests that you do to work on getting the coins that you need to rebuild Hytbold to show up. So they won't show up unless you pick up this wrapper, and you can only do 5 of them a day, 5 quests under this wrapper per day. So we are trying to then do a couple of things. We are trying to get up to like maximum reputation with the 4 groups that are located here in Hytbold, because each one of their little areas, they've got 2 people, and one of them will let you do a lot of rebuilding once you're like acquaintance or something or friend, and then the other one will let you do the rest of the rebuilding of their area when you are at Kindred. So we need to get Kindred standing with all the people. So when we go and we do these quests for these people, it gives us a reputation with those folks. So that helps us work our way towards Kindred. And then when they give us the coins, you need those coins in order to do the rebuilding. So like Edgal here, he wants us to do like lightning offenses. There's rebuild 1, rebuild 2, you know, sometimes there's multiple things. So like townsfolk 1, we would need to pay 1 token of Hytbold in order to finish that quest. So we need these tokens of Hytbold to do the rebuilding, but we can also use the tokens of Hytbold to kind of buy the reputation. We can turn them in with, I'm not sure, is it this dude? Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. So with 5 of these Hytbold tokens, we can buy 1,200 reputation standing. So those are the 4 that we need. We need the Wold, the Norcrofts, Entwash Vale, and the Setcrofts. So if we get, you know, all 4 of those done, got them to Kindred, then we can talk to their people, they'll let us rebuild their area, and then that will help finish the legendary deed. So it's a long travel, it's a long road, but we'll get there. That's the hope. Okay, so where would you like to go today? Hey, honey, where do you want to go today?
Let's go to Cliving.
To where? Cliving? We started it, but we didn't finish them, I don't think.
We still have 3 more to do there, and it's all the wacky stuff.
Oh, and it's not a direct flight, is it yet? Nope, we do not have swift travel, because we need ally standing with the Men of Norcrofts. We're not there yet. We can get just plain riding, but we don't want to do that over land. That takes a while. So instead, we're going to do what Ethel has just shown us, or Ethel on the screen there, which is stand guard, which I can take us to with hunter travel. And then we'll go to Snowborn from there with a stable master, and then from the stable master we'll go from Snowborn to Cliving, which is faster than taking the overground one from there. It's kind of funny. It seems silly, but it works. That's exactly where, well, the best way to make friends, buy them. I figure, you know, we're giving them all these tokens of Hytbold and buying rounds of beer or something for these guys. Maybe that's what it is. Or for those who don't drink beer or something else, you know. We're buying up skeins of yarn for those who like to knit and crochet. We bring gifts from other lands called Hytbold tokens. It seems like a Doctor Who thing. Like air from my lungs. All right, stable master, Cliving. Yes, that's the one. So yeah, it is kind of funny that you can buy reputation using the tokens that you just got from them in the first place. It is kind of amazing. So yeah, so B4 over there has got a spreadsheet keeping track of what reputation do we have so far, because we've been doing this all together, and how many tokens we need to rebuild Hytbold, and then how many tokens beyond that we will need to buy the reputation. And eventually we'll hit a vector, because we will have done enough reputation to get us up there a little ways. Oops. Ho, 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 Elven dancing. All right, so Eldwort. Let's see, what have we not done? We did Dwerg.
This is listed in the Rovanian tab of your deed.
Oh, I could go and look at my deed log. Hang on a second. Not that one. The other one. If I go to Rovanian...
And then the East Rohan, 5th tab at the bottom.
5th tab at the bottom. Eastern Rohan. And I'm looking at... Is it aiding the Norcrofts? There we go. So these are the ones that we still have outstanding just in the regular deed. So we need to do the race, wild horses, banners of the enemy, and that's with the guy over there. Oh, we already did all of these. These with Adelbort. Bjort. Okay. So each of these towns has like one guy who has just one single thing, one guy who has like pairs of things, And then one guy who has like wacky things. Like we did dressage yesterday, which was basically sit on your warhouse, warhouse, not a warhouse, not a warehouse, not my war horse. Sit on a war horse and do the actions that the guy who's sitting on his war horse does. So it was like, he would be like, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cheer. So then you do your cheer. And then you'd wait a minute, and then he would do like, you're like, okay, that's laugh. So you know, slash laugh. So we had to do the things that he was doing. And it did give us a list of what was expected to happen. Like, I think it might be on here, let me see. Yeah, so the basic moves include calling for a charge, cheering, drinking, flexing, and laughing. So when he does it, then you respond with it. Yeah. So it was very silly. So that's how silly these things are. So are we just going to take the other three then? Banners of the enemy? We'll do one at a time. Okay. Which one are you starting with? Banners?
Sure.
Okay. So we'll start with banners of the enemy. And he says that he's sad to see what's become of the Norcrofts. There's farms really close by, but they're overrun by orcs and foul creatures, and yet they have to stay inside the gates because their guy in charge is a conniving doofus. I didn't give any spoilers. He's just a conniving doofus. Like, already at this point in the storyline, we're pretty sure that he's poisoned somebody in order to try and marry the widow. Like, ew. So, yeah, the guy who's in charge of this place is just gross. Anyway, so the soldiers aren't allowed to go out and fight things because he's got his little shenanigans. Okay, so, but the enemy has placed shields on banners at 4 farms, and he's like, I can't ask you to defeat the orcs, but we're not disallowed from defiling their flags. So he wants us to go down there, take a spear, and throw it at these banners. And he says the faster you're moving, the more likely you are to miss the shield, but you also have to be quick because they replace the shields swiftly, and he wants them all done at once. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to ride a normal steed to get out of town because war steeds are cool, and we disenchanted our old legendary item war steed saddles, bridles, and so our war steeds didn't have bridles, which I don't know if it affected their handling or not. But we went ahead, and you could go to like a quartermaster and just buy fresh ones that are just plain, like a standard item, not a legendary item. And so we did that, and so now I have the light bridle with my war steed, as I did before. And I cannot say one way or another whether the handling is better or not.
You know, I haven't really put anything into agility.
Oh, let's see. Agility, armor, endurance. Oh, the first one must be agility because that's where I have points. How many points do I have left? 73. Wow. Oh, probably because I always tend to do it now, and then it will dismount me if I put my points in. So I'm like, oh, I'll come back to that later, and then I don't. That's probably what's going on. So we'll fix that later. All right, so when we get close, let's see, that's not a bad shield. There we go. We should have, hang on, stop moving. We should have, like, okay, hit the north banner shield. Do I just, oh, I thought this was one, I guess not. Maybe it's a different one. Where you'd have a, like a, or was it this? I'm not sure if what I'm shooting at. Oops. Well, I'm shooting at an orc now. Oops, sorry. There was one of these that you do, oh, maybe it was a different one, where you got like a little pop-up. I apologize. You can look away if this is causing you to be dizzy. Well, there was like a little pop-up for what actions you had available to you.
I'm also confused because...
Let's see. I have hit all the shields rapidly. Hit the north banner shield. Hit the east banner shield. I don't see a shield there, though. But I'm blowing up stuff of theirs, which is nice. All right. It's got...
I remember there being a skill pop-up.
Yeah, I was expecting a little skill pop-up.
What if I unmount remount?
Hey, there it is.
Where?
I don't know. I just got it. You require additional fury. Acquire additional pylons. Hey, it just popped up. Maybe you have to have enough fury before it shows up, and you have to be nearby.
It's a geo thing.
Yeah, it must be a
There we go.
geolock thing. All right, so where's the next one? They were on my map.
All right, I have struck south.
I also have struck south.
All right.
Oh, then I should probably go further north. I should not go further south. All right, so I think that was south again. All right, let me see if I can figure out where you're at.
I'm moving, but I've just left it.
Oh, hey, I think I found another one. Did I get it?
Yeah, the lack of that popping up was something.
Yeah, I was expecting that pop-up. Oh, maybe because I wasn't going fast. That's it. There was something about how you have to be going a certain speed in order for it to come up, and you have to have enough fury or something. Like, it was this interesting combination of things.
Yeah, so my technique is to run full tilt at it, stop.
Oh.
Screeching halt right as you get to it.
Okay, we're going to try run full tilt, get to a screeching halt right when you get there.
And then use the low.
Hey, I struck the North Banner's shield.
That's the high precise.
That's hilarious. That's funny, because we've done this before, and we didn't do it quite like that. All right, so the next one should be up ahead of me here. All right, let's go. Where is it? Is that it? Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay.
Maybe.
And so, all right, and now I'm missing east.
Okay, that's over here.
East is over there. It's funny, too, because I thought the shields fell off in the past. But maybe I'm misremembering. It's been a while since we've come out here and done this. It was on probably Evernight that we did this, which would have been a little while ago. We haven't played on Evernight recently. Is it this one? Or is this north?
That's north.
I think that's north.
Yep. East
Yeah.
is over here.
All right, got to keep going. Let's see, where's it on the map? Oh, yeah, we're coming towards it. Oh, there it is, I think. All right. We should be getting close. Here we go. And bam. All right, now we can go back and talk to the guy.
Okay.
Oh, hey, now might be a good time for me to fuss with my points. Because it'll dismount me, and I'm fine with that. All right, so this is long reach, max distance of range skills, tough exterior, physical mitigation, caution. Oh, I already have that. Eyes of the hunter. Sure. I'm a hunter. I should have eyes. Sounds good. Oh, evade chance. That sounds good. Sometimes they hit me and it annoys me. Shoot to kill. I think that's all we're going to do for now. Yes, you can dismount me. It's fine. Thank you. All right, let's go talk to the guy. I still have like 62 points to spend. I'm a little behind on that, I guess. All right, so we went and hit banners for you, my dude. And this gives us 1,200 reputation with the Men of the Norcrofts and 10 tokens of Hytbold. So excellent on that. All right, so do you want to do the race? That one seems, we could do that. So this one, yes, every Rohirrim must be able to ride as if he were riding the wind. He and his horse moving together as if they were one. The best way to test this is to race. So they've set up a course that travels from Cliving, which is where we are, up into the southern wold around the edge of the cliffs, and down and back west along the road until you return to the city. There's 30 points you have to get to among all these twists and turns and curves. So we're going to give that a try. So if I remember correctly, I don't want to be on a war steed until we get to the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we have to get to the front of the entrance to the city, and then we can get on our war steeds. But you've got to start pretty close in, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because see, there's that beacon of light there, and so we have to be on our war steeds and hit that first beacon there. That first race gate. So, sure. Let me get rid of that warband. Okay. Let's go. The race begins. It says ride to the second gate. Awesome.
Did you dodge today?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. There's one. Ride through the next gate. It doesn't tell me how many I've got left now.
Well, they were like, there's 30
That's
gates.
fantastic.
I don't remember displaying that.
Funny thing is, it's saying race gate on the road. Oh, there it is. Okay. But as I get close, it disappears. And so I thought maybe it was disappearing because you were going over it. Because we did that the other day. There was one race that we did, and it counted for both of us. Maybe because I was close enough by or something. But this one definitely seems to be doing them individually. Wow, right by the edge. That's tricky. Those tricksy eyes. Alright. Man, okay, so I'm on a new computer. And I'm on high graphics. And I'm telling you, I can see so much more now. It's amazing. It's fantastic. So I'm really glad to be able to share that with you all here on the stream. Oh yeah, and later on I want to remember to eat some foods while Weir Willow's around so you can see that on my bars there. I don't find it to be in my way, although occasionally I did, and that's why I stopped doing it. Uh-oh. I went the wrong way. There we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. Yeah, luckily it does show me on my mini radar for just a split second. But I looked away. Okay, cool. There it is. Yeah, once I can see it. So what I'm trying to do is look on my radar, and sometimes I get distracted. And then I see the big glowing beacon.
The radar trick, that's way easier.
Yeah, there we go. And then there's a beacon. And okay, there we go. Yeah, you can pull up your map, I think, and it will show you where it is, but I don't like to do that because then it's in my way. Like, what? You know?
No, the radar, I like that. That's you're just outside of the range, so you can just see.
Yeah, you're just outside of the range when
this final one, which
it
just
comes
come
up.
back into the city.
Oh, the final one is to go back into the city?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you're already too close to it.
But you're already too close, so it doesn't show up on the radar. That's funny. And yay, we did it. Oh no, I can't stop. All right, buddy. I'm here on my war horse. Okay, I better stop. Ta-da. The race. You handled your steed well. That course is not for beginners. I am impressed you were able to navigate it. Well, I've been riding a war steed for about 4 years now. Well, no, not yet 4 years. For a couple years. So, that helps. Okay, wild horses. Here we are. Horses are our lives. Without a horse, a person in these lands is nothing. With the enemy encroaching, many good men and women probably have had their horses lost or were killed. New horses are a premium and a valuable commodity. A herd has been spotted. They're wild and will not be easy as just putting a saddle on them. If you approach slowly, you can slip a rope around them and then hold on and stay close. And if you keep nearby for long enough, they should tire and then they'll come here. Okay. Bring a horse back for us. It doesn't matter which one. Make sure you stay close and be careful. The young ones out there are skittish and apt to change directions quickly. Okay.
This one is made much easier if you can /follow.
Okay, so this one is one of those where you're trying to stay next to the horse. So if you do like a /follow, a lot of times that will work. Because I guess you're not leading, you're following. Yeah. All right, so Weir says, good thing you snuck this in before it got light. Best contrast for the race gates. Against landscape. Nice. I didn't think about that. Oh yeah, it's 4 dawn. And there it is. Look at that beautiful dawn in the game. Nice, gorgeous pinks. Very nice. Oops. Are you on a war steed?
I am.
Well, look at that.
Almost put off a cliff though.
I recommend against that. Well, I'll try and catch up. I was not on a war steed. And fun fact, war steeds go faster than normal mounts. All right, shall we go find this pack of wild horses?
Let's do it.
There we go. So following on a war steed is iffy.
No, but
It does wacky things. Oh yes, right, the warband. Yay, we defeated them. Can we just take their horses?
Which is 700 reputation.
Nice. That's 700 more reputation with this crowd, so that helps. Back to the spreadsheet. Oh, and for those who hadn't noticed, we have a Kato guest appearing in the stream. She's been snoozing quite well today. She's getting more and more comfortable with hanging out here with me, which is fantastic.
Wait, you want to be mounted before you do this.
Oh, okay. But I want that scarring. Okay, so I need to be mounted on a war mount, do you think?
I think
Oh, I don't think we could do the same horse. I can't remember. So I'll pick a horse. All right. Place your lasso around the neck of a wild horse. This horse looks uneasy and skittish. Stay with the horse and do not get too far away. Okay.
Mine says stay with it as well.
All right. Oh, you staying with my horse?
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Wonder if this would be easier on a regular mount. I don't know.
I don't remember.
There we go. I'm sort of following. I'm leading it following. Yeah, war mounts definitely struggle with like directions and stuff. It's really quite fascinating. And of course, yeah, we're being hunted by everything else out here. So that's kind of the point is, you know, can you stay with the wild horse while also other things are possibly attacking you? And can you resist the oak branches? Oh, I'm following you, not the horse. Whoopsie. Let me get back to that horse. There we go. Eventually, we'll get this horse back to the city. I think I did this one time when I was actually trying to manually follow it, and it was not as successful. Yes, so key mapping is a wonderful thing. So you can go into your key mapping. Nope, not there. Nope, not there. In here, which is Control O for options. And under your key mapping here, you can find, let's see, miscellaneous. Yeah, you can find it and set a key binding to follow selection. So for example, I have clicked on the horse, and then I clicked my button that was follow. And so I am literally like doing /follow on the horse without having to type it all out, which is fantastic. Where Willow says that you did this quest over level also, as we are, and found it best to be on a war steed and one-shot everything in sight. I don't know that we're one-shotting everything. But yeah, Afdol's doing a great job of shooting things anyway, so that's... Shotting. Yes, maybe not one-shotting, but shotting. In general. I mean, gosh, we could come back out and defeat some mounted orcs, because I think that'll give us some reputation, too. And you've already done 2 out of the 6. It would give us another 700 reputation.
That's promising.
The horse has been caught. Yay. Okay, hey, let's go hit some mounted things real quick while we're here.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go do it. We're right here, and there's like... There's got to be a bunch of them. Right? I mean, we just got 2, so I would expect there'd be more. Like, there's one. See, there's... Oh, that says 3 out of 10. But it's also 3 out of 6. How funny. Hang on, I'm not close to you. There was Skarn. Oh, but I got 4 out of 10. Maybe I was close enough. Cool. 5 out of 10, thank you. Also 5 out of 6. Kabam. Well, just shoot things, buddy. There you go.
700 reputation.
See? And then we've got another one that we're at 7 out of 10. Well, hey! We have 2 cats. One of them has decided that sometimes he just needs to be vocal. I think he kind of like wakes up and he doesn't see anybody or doesn't know where everybody's at. Something like that. Oh, coming. All right, so let's finish that. Got my 700 reputation. Not sure how we got so separated, but there we are. Okay, I'm with you now. Thank you. I'm going to slow down because that spinning is giving me a little bit of a headache, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, so you might hear a cat in the background from time to time. Cool. See? We'll probably get all sorts. Get more stuff. What's that?
We turned this one up here.
Okay. Well, funny thing is they both go to Captain Garmund. So that'll be 2 directly to 1 person. That's handy. Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Oh, we passed him.
That saves us 14 reputation.
Right. We're just going to run through your campfire. Hope you all don't mind. All right. An unpleasant host. Yep. Finish now. And the thriving horde. Yep. They have fallen to my prowess. You're welcome. Anytime. Well, sometimes. All right. Shall we go into town and turn in our quest? I think this takes us into town, doesn't it? Or takes us how to get to in town. Yeah, I got onto a regular mount. I'm not on my war steed. I suppose I could have gotten my war steed, but by the time I switch and stuff, we'll be there. Where does that go? There's a little road there up above. I can't remember where that goes. We're not actually stopping on Anor here and doing all of the side quests. We are trying to stay like laser focused on the things that give us the legendary deeds. That complete legendary deeds. Yeah, this is a different entrance. That was nice. Whereas on Treebeard, our main server, we're doing like every side quest, doing all the stuff, full reputation with everybody, like doing everything. Oops, I think I may have taken a wrong turn. Hey, Forge Master. Just don't mind me, y'all. Just running through everything. Oh, hey, there's the dressage guy. That one was funny. Wow, I am like not jumping well. Just stood against that fence for a while. And nope, right into the haystack. Okay, I'm gonna get off this. Okay, wild horses, done. Strong legs, intelligent eyes, she'll do well in battle. Woohoo! So that completes the deed aiding the Norcrops, where there were those 13 quests that you have to do. So we have finished that. Hurrah! But now we need 2 more things still for aiding the Eastamnet, the Hytbold rebuilding thing. So, where are we going? Who do we need to go talk to?
Welcome, my friend.
Before there's keeping track of everything, so I'm letting him do the looking up.
Let's go to Aworth.
Aworth? Okay. Okie dokie. I think I'm going to have that salad for dinner while you're streaming.
Nice.
Yeah. So after I'm done streaming, Before is on after me, and he does a whole stream about plugins, Lord of the Rings Online plugins, and he does plugin development during the stream. So yeah, I'm usually like, doing other things during his stream, catching up on finishing stuff from my stream, and trying to also like be somewhat in his stream, helping out with stuff. So. And he asked if your war mount, if it was a good idea to ride it in town. It said nay. That's excellent. Well played. Well played. All right, so yes, so these are the 3 that want to talk to us here. You want to talk to Durnstan? All right, here we go. What do we want to do? Haycliff, Frog Slime, and Terrors of the Forest. That sounds great. One of the things you do here is about climbing, and I'm really not good at it. So sometimes I'm just like, hey, honey, come sit in my seat and do the things. Did we see Chromite suggestion? Egg Arthur asks about how to do the Aorworth beacon easily. You made a video of his method? I did not see that, I don't believe. Man, that trolls just keep on walking. All right, fine, I'll shoot this one instead. Cool. All right, so while we're in here, we need frogs and wood trolls. So there's one, wood troll.
I love how this cave looks.
This cave is cool. Yeah, I like the sparkly stuff.
I should say, I love how it looks on Hytbold.
That's true. Yeah, it looks amazing on high graphics. You don't need to go around the outside. Yeah, be summoned by a captain says before. Exactly. That's what we often do is get one person up there and use a horn, summon up the other one. We could just do that.
Yeah.
That might actually be the easiest way to do it this time. Because that is, yeah, a convenient way to do it. All right, so we're still missing 2 frogs. I don't see another.
Is there any way we could find a frog? Or
Oh, yeah, gosh, you know, it would be so convenient if we just had a hunter who could look for these things. Hey, there's a frog ahead of us. Apparently, they don't show up, by the way.
Oh.
They're maybe like the chickens. Did you get credit for that?
Nah.
Oh, okay, so it's individual frogs.
Of course.
It's like the chickens in the chicken thingy. All right, I have 2 frogs now. Maybe the frogs only come out once the other guys are gone.
I'm guessing that was coincidental.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I think I have everything I need. You don't need me.
No.
Okay,
Go ahead and
so I'm gonna
read stuff.
portrait exit. Get out of here. They're technically NPCs, yeah. Oh, so there you go. The frogs are NPCs, so you can just do, what is it, Shift F10 to toggle around, maybe? Yeah, here we go.
If I can, then it shows that I'm not muted.
All right, frog slime. It says you did not eat any, did you? The slime will help with our freshest batch of wounds, but we will need more soon. Yeah, well, we probably won't be back for that, dude. But you're welcome. And that was the quest. So that's the 5 that we were looking to do. And so you notice all of their rings went away. We can't even do their other quests. So even if I wanted to climb the silly beacon, I totally want to. I won't get credit for it. And the beacon is, oh, where was that? Is it that one? I think it's that one. Or is it, wait, which one is it? There's a high wire that you have to do between a couple of them as well. Oh, there's the high wire. That's that.
The birds annoying.
The birds are annoying. So the high wire one, you have to walk from, let me see if I can get a little closer or better view. You have to walk from one spot to another via that high wire there. And yeah, you climb up and then you go across to there. And you run over and go across to there, and then you run over. And these birds will like take dives at you and try to knock you off. So you're already terrible at walking across things like me. And then they come and they dive bomb you and knock you off. It's like, oh my gosh. So that's also not a favorite of mine because I'm not good at that. But once you go across to there, across to there, across to there, then you've at least completed it. Which one is the beacon? It's around here somewhere. It might be that. No. Anyway. So, okay, well, I'll be curious to see the beacon video about how you can not have to do the climbing it to get to the top. Do you have a... Yeah, where's your video, Egg Arthur? Oh, I'd like to take a peek at that. I don't know if you can post video links in the chat. If not, if you post it, it should show for me and I can grab it. Okay. Thank you. I can grab it. I know Moobot yelled at you. I'm sorry. I thought he might. But I can grab it and I can share it. Okay. So there's the link if anybody is curious also. I don't know how to give you permission. I'm sorry if I would just do that. But well, I posted the link to the video so you can check that out. In fact, you might do that during the stream. I don't know. In the background. Oh, no, we're going to go run around and do some more stuff. So, but yeah, so that's the thing you have to climb. And so you can see there's like things sticking out for anybody who hasn't done this before. You can see, yeah, there's different parts sticking out. So you like jump from there to there and from there to there. And then you like jump your way and then you like cut through and then you come across and go into the way. And then I think maybe you walk up that thing. And anyway, so eventually you find your way to the top. Or like me, you just fall off repeatedly because I'm really good at that, like that. And then you have to run around, back around to the other side where you start. You've got falling damage too. So anyway, So that's that wacky thing. For those of you who can look forward to that.
There was an outside. Okay, I see what they're doing in the video. I thought that was just the normal path.
Okay.
Cool.
Apparently, B4 finds that to be the normal path, and I still find that hard. But thank you for the assistance. It was one of the things I really like about the Lotro community is like nobody can know everything. Like the game is massive, and there's so many things you could know, and so many little tricks you could be like, hey, you know, if you were trying to do this, here's a way that makes this easier, or here's a way to accomplish that, or whatever. And I appreciate that, like the community, we all pitch in to help each other out, and I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, so we did Rebuilding Hytbold, and most people go around the outside. Oh, I see. And they don't cut through the inside part. Okay. Well, I find the whole thing complicated myself, but that's because I'm not good at the good jumping. Good jump, good jump, good jump, good jump.
Back to legendary stuff?
Yeah, so we're going to keep working on stuff for the legendary server. So that could be either epic storyline or, you know, legendary Moria, legendary Mirkwood, blah, blah, blah. Although, Weir Willow, did you want one of your people to do any of that fun business? Because we could do like legendary Moria, that sort of stuff with you if you want, or we could go and do epic line, because there's still stuff we need to get to with the epic storyline. Speaking of the epic storyline, where are we? Oh, I don't even have an epic storyline going.
Ashes and Stars.
Ashes and Stars is kind of takes you through. You have to follow. Well, you don't have to. I don't know. You follow Ashes and Stars to get to the next thing. So, oh, good. We're doing this level 65. Okay, good. So we have to free Faramir from the Dome of Stars, which is an instance, and we did one of these yesterday, and we did it at our level, and it was not a success. Okay, so I am doing, I'm using Buff Monitor, right? And so I have set it up so that when I eat trail food, cooked food, and fortified food, it tracks those for me. So that's what's going on down here. And so it's got a blue bar when it is active. Now, I didn't set one up for Bjorning's honey cakes, but I probably should at some point. And it's through the control backslash that you move it around. So I can even scooch it down a little further if I wanted to, you know, that sort of thing. And so I could add on a bar for the Bjorning's honey cakes. And the way that works is, so you click on the thing, and I want to add a bar. So it's in reverse order of what you want to do. So I'm going to add a bar, and then in that bar, I'm going to add an effect. And the effect, and it has to match exactly, but is like capital letter in the right place and all that. But as long as you get one of the words, so I know honey cakes has the word honey in it. And see right there, it says honey. So if I take the honey cakes, it should, bam, it fills in the thing for me, and that's kind of cool. So now you can see I've got my little timers. They're clocking their way down. So I can tell at a glance if a bar is gray, that I probably should, you know, I need to refill. Now I could do bars for all these other things, like these bow chants that I'm currently chewing through. I could do it for the, you know, the light oil that I've been using, like all of those sorts of things. I could have bars for those too, but at the end of the day, I don't want it to take up that much of the real estate of my screen. This is a conversation we were having in our group Discord, actually. So some of you watching are in that conversation. That, yeah, some of us really like having as much real estate as possible to be able to see the game, because I really like looking at the game. It, you know, makes me happy. So I try to minimize how much stuff I've got, you know, on my screen. And I know B4 does the same. The only difference being when he's healing in a raid, his whole screen is just all the raid people, so he can keep an eye on their little bars, because all he's doing is just like heal, 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 heal. He's not trying to like target and attack a thing, so it's a little different. Oh, this part I remember this part was actually tough on level. And this is a 6-person, so this might be a little tough. Not on level, but we'll probably, yeah, we'll just keep at it. Oh, you are dying. You need to do something. I am attacking things. Let me attack everything. At least once. Alright, come here. Hit me. Hit me. Come here. There. Took a while, but there we go. Sorry about that. Now we're going to have that moo mock. That's going to be scary. Yeah, Dread Pirate Stewart. Yeah, big solution, bigger screen. I know. It's actually really funny because I was just saying that the other day. So we've rearranged the desk. I was working off of a laptop, and it's a good laptop, like and brand new, a couple years ago and everything. Like it's it's not a slacker, but for all the things that I was trying to have it do at once, it's not a gaming laptop. It's just a laptop for all the work stuff I was trying to do. But still trying to do. So anyway, I wanted a desktop is what it came down to, because I'm like, I can get beefier stuff. So yeah, we got new stuff. What is your HUD mod? Oh, with the vines. Oh yeah, thank you. I have, let's see, what do I have? There we go. Thank you, Moobot. Lotro Interface, JRR Skins collection. That's what I went and picked up from Lotro Interface. If you're not familiar with it, Lotro Interface is a really cool little website with a ton of plugins and other things. It's a lot of plugins, but there are other things like the UI skins. So I followed the directions, and then I also got help from B4 because he's a little bit more technologically minded than I am. Because it's no longer the 90s. What's that?
Which one did he select?
But which one am I using? That's what I was just about to look. So once you've got the UI skins downloaded, whichever one you're using or selection you're using, whatever, you scroll all the way down to miscellaneous, and it'll say current user skin, and that's where you can choose. So I'm using the JRR JAPPME large. Is the one that I'm currently using. So there's like this huge list of ones that you can do, and they're not like named like elf dwarf necessarily, but like green leaves could be elfish, could be hobbitish. There's 50 Shades of Grey wizard. Some of those are really fun. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Oops, I got stunned. Oh, for a second I thought I was down. I was like, oh no. Let me pay attention for a second. So that's the one that I'm using, and I like the delving fields ones also. Those are kind of hobbity and green and all that. Goodness, these guys just keep knocking me down. But I get back up. Ain't no heart gonna keep me down. Black arrow gonna keep me down. There we go. Awesome. Whew. I'm going to take a second and, heal up. Yeah, you are welcome, Dread Pirate Stewart. Anytime. And this one I really like, and I've ended up using this one on some of my Hobbits even, because I just love the little green, the vines. And I don't know if you noticed, but it affects whoever put these together. So there was a bunch of different skins out there, and the JRR skins collection, basically somebody took skins from a whole bunch of different people and put them together in a collection, and a lot of them were no longer being maintained, so it wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like he was stealing somebody's work. It was basically like, hey, there's all this really cool stuff out there, we want to make sure it doesn't disappear. So it's all in a big collection now, which is really handy, because then you don't have to download a whole bunch of different things, you just download the collection. So I like that. I do kind of wish that now that people are getting back into a little bit into the Lua stuff, again, it's kind of getting a resurgence, I think. I wish that some people come up with some new ones, or be able to like reformat some of these, because I would like a little bit more of this, a little bit less of that, like, it'd be fun. That's true. I could do that. Maybe after we're done with classes in January or whatever. Oh, but anyway, so the skins, they affect a lot of different things. So you see it's on my UI here, and then let's say if I go to here, you'll see it's got a little bit of a leaf up at the top, and the coloring matches that other, that darker, and like it's got kind of squared off edges. Some of them have more rounded edges. If I go to like the auction house, there'll be a background here. So this one is very Lothlorien in its background. And then there's, so all the different things, it's really kind of cool how it persists through so much of all the different windows that you're using. And I really like that. I like the attention, the detail that they did on these. All right. Yeah, so Dread Pirate Stuart, I don't know if you heard, but B4, who's playing Athel here next to me and running off with a horde, does Lotro plugin development on a few things, and will be streaming after me. He'll be streaming for a couple of hours and does plugin development on stream. Oh, noes!
So don't
That's both of us.
shoot the scouts unless you're prepared to one-shot.
Don't shoot the scouts. Okay. Should I stay here?
Away and they grab lots of people.
Do you want me to stay here?
Sure.
Okay, I'll just wait here. Right, I forgot that this one, there's like crazy stuff you gotta watch out for. Anyway, so he'll be streaming after me, and he'll be doing a bunch of plugin development. So when you have if you have any other questions about like Lua and stuff like that, he is a lot more deep into that than I am. I'm only on the surface. My delve into the IT world was pretty heavy in the 90s. But once we got to like the mid 2000s, I was pretty out of touch with the technologies and stuff, and so I don't have necessarily the instincts to just click on things like he does. 2 times.
That's not 2 deaths.
1 for each of us?
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently. So does that mean I just should go on your stream and just die over and over again? And then it'd be like, hey, the current streamer.
I might rotate my camera.
to watch it or not watch it?
To not watch it.
To not watch it?
If you don't see it, it doesn't.
Oh, if you don't see it, it doesn't happen. I see. Okay. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Now we could actually put out into like, Fellowship or World or something if we want some help. Okay, Dread Pirate Stuart, good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you again next time. We're here every Tuesday, so, come on back anytime that works for you. Excellent, thank you. All right, so you notice my little bars are all gray. Death will do that to you. And I'll put that on. What does this one do again? Range skill damage. Well, that's good. Okay. Bypass armoring. We like that. Okay. And I've got my fast feet on. Okay, so which is the bad ones?
Things that say scouts.
Scouts. All right, so
We're not looking for fights.
skip the scouts. Okay, we're not looking for fights. But if things happen, watch out for the scouts. I think we're going to have to hit these guys.
All right, can you go ahead and Bard's Arrow, the black arrow?
Bard's Arrow, the black arrow.
No.
All right, can do. Ready?
Yep.
Doing it. Sometimes we coordinate a little bit better than others. So what we try to do is, since both of us have a skill that sends things away when we run into a group that's causing us a little bit of trouble, I'll send one away, he'll send one away, and then by the time they come back, hopefully they're the only ones we've got left. Oh, he's bugged out. Oh no!
Great, actually. So step 4. Way to keep out of combat.
Excellent. Oh noes!
Darn it.
I think we had poison.
Yeah, those corruptors have
I totally didn't even notice it.
something about them.
Dang it. Yep.
It's okay. We're almost with them.
Yeah. 24,000 Morgul corruptor morale damage. So sad. Nah, yeah, that's true. I have actually perished twice now on stream. The corruptors. The corruptors are the top target in this group. Yeah, they are nasty. Hey, Arthur, I agree. So, yeah. Now, I was gonna say you could put it out into world to see if anybody else also needs this, and they can, you know, join us in this calamity.
I will leave that to you while I get the money back.
Okay. What's this thing called?
This is Dome of Stars.
Dome of Stars. Thank you. Okie dokie. I have put a note out there in case anybody wants to join us. Back to the foods. This is why we make tons and tons of foods. Put my fast feed on. Aw, thank you. And I was thinking, before we add anybody, you have to give the caveat that I am streaming, so they will be potentially on stream in case somebody doesn't want to be on stream. You know, it's important to make sure people opt in to that. Yeah, but still. All right, cool. One of our kinnies from another server is coming to help us out. I appreciate that. She's a 130, so she's got a little bit more pew pew than we do. Let's see. Yeah, like, what is it? My health is like, my morale is like 35-ish thousand, and there's a 305. It's a, you know, a slight difference. Oops. Okay, so corruptors and the other one that you said are our biggest problems. And so we got a battle cat. We got an Easterling keeper. Let's see. What else we got up there? I just see those two right away. I'm like sneaking. Yeah, that would be funny if we're past all the nastiest stuff.
We don't actually have to do all of this.
Okay. But there will be a big battle at the end, though, if I recall.
Yeah.
So having extra help is good. Help is good. Oh, I seem to remember this. This is where Rook is. Oops, sorry. No, we don't need to do. Well, I was me. My apologies. Hunters, I know. Hunters and their stray shots. It was the battle cat. The battle cat died. He fell over. It went right past him. Hit the next thing. You know. You know how it goes. Sorry. As you may be able to tell, this is a common occurrence. This has happened before. Yes, as Agartha mentions there, you might be able to bypass some of the mobs, but not with a hunter. With Song of Distraction. But not if I go around hitting everything. You know, maybe I should just stop shooting in general. I don't know, I feel like we're gonna run through something here. Thank you. Alright, so these things we're definitely gonna have to engage with. Nice! Whew! That was pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm like definitely enjoying watching her lore master immediate induction stuff. Like, that's some pretty awesome stuff. I'm looking forward to, so when Hobbit lore masters are a thing, I am like so making a Hobbit lore master, at least one. It's gonna be so fun. And actually, I'm considering, because I have a lore master on Treebeard already, and because I made one of every class on Treebeard, and because there's deeds if you get to level 50, and then also if you get to level 130 with a character on that server, if you're running at the first tier, which is like dangerous or something like that, and then if you're running at deadly, any level of deadly, 0 up through 6 works. So we're running at deadly plus 0, and I set all of my characters at deadly plus 0 on Treebeard. And so I'm getting the title. So I got them all on level 50, so they got the first title. Actually, you get 2 titles because you get one for the running it difficult or whatever it's called, and then the second one for running it deadly. So that was cool. So I got both of those, and then they're all parked at like level 60 right now. I figure at some point I will start working on, because our level cap is 65 on Treebeard right now. So getting them to 130 might take a little while. But I figure I've got time. Like I don't have to rush for all the titles. But anyway, so I have a lore master over there, and she's level 60 already. But I am actually considering just doing a race change on her. That way I don't have to start a new character, and I'll still have all the goodies that I've already done with her, because I've already like gotten search for evil. I bet you this place is full of it. We're looking for a specific person. I think we have to be upstairs. Or do you want? Wait, we have a door warden.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But I'm pretty sure they're upstairs. If I recall correctly, it is an upstairs thing.
I just remembered we can just run straight to the door.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Cool. So yeah, so I'm thinking that I will start I'll switch my lore master from her current high elf self and make her a hobbit. Because I've got some of the tomes already, you know, that do some of the different skins of the animals that you can do. So I think that might be fun. All right, yes, this is, yeah, where we were going. I remember this. Wow. The shadows barring the door begin to weaken. Okay. We still need to defeat the Black Blade of Lebanon. Also, I have something called Lord of Pinions.
That's the optional one.
Oh, okay. I won't worry about it then. Stay on target. Wow, these things are fascinating. So I'm curious there, Parmandir, why don't you have a creature out? I know they took away the ability for them to be on aggressive mode, which is kind of sad, actually. I really like running with aggressive mode. I felt like I had my own, like, protector that way. And I liked that. Let's see. Okay, cool, cool, cool. It's downstairs? Yeah. Oh, but I think we had to come up and get the door first, though, didn't we? Yeah, we had to get the door wardens. And now the person we're looking for is downstairs. Rightio. Did you just jump over?
Yes.
Oh, no, there we go.
What part of downstairs?
I mean, I was looking for stairs. You know, maybe it's an elf thing. I don't know. All right, the door to the Hall of Osgiliath Stone is barred by the fell powers of the Black Door Wardens. You are defeated. Way, I'm gonna move back. I'm not a high elf. I cannot res you.
Lore Master can.
Okay. It's sad. I'm only an elf on this server. I don't have a res. Another reason why high elves are superior to elves. Just saying. There's a... Yeah, I actually have considered doing a race change on this one from elf to high elf, just because the high elves are better like that. But it does seem a bit silly. It's like 2,500 Lotro points or something. Like, it's not cheap. Whoa, everything's with black. That was wild. Whoa. That must be one of their skills. Cool. Okay. We still need to find the Black Blade of Lebanon. I'll bet he's up here, huh? Looks like the kind of place you'd find somebody like that. Oh, we gotta go unlock a door there. Wow. That is quite the door. The door to the hall of Osgiliath stone flies open with a shriek. Alright, now back upstairs? Okay.
Going to the dome.
To the dome. The broken dome. Right. Thank you. Thanks for pausing there. I get a little lost sometimes with stuff. Wait, there's somebody. You have come seeking Faramir, struggling to speak. His coughs are wet with blood. Oh, he is gone from Osgiliath. We had made it to the western gates when the shadow fell upon us. I threw myself in its path, and soon I was carried above by a terrible winged beast. From the sky I saw my captain escape. He passed along the causeway and through the Ramas Ekor before I lost sight of him. Tell the others of his fate, for they must know that he still lives. The Wraith. His breath slows and is still. The Nazgul's lies are revealed. For Norhon's noble sacrifice allowed Faramir to escape Osgiliath alive. Well, I'm out. No. I know what I need to know.
No. Chapter 6.
Okay, Ashes and Stars, Chapter 6. Confront and defeat the Black Blade of Lebanon. Okay. Only because we have Parmandir here. Oh, yeah, there he is. Hi. Indeed. I'll wait on him, too. Hello. It's funny, my character had different gloves, but then I swapped out, and the gloves I had been using were my equipment gloves, and I sold them without realizing. It matched. It was all this dark kind of look. But I ended up with these blue ones, and I was kind of disappointed because it's a lot of color in with this otherwise not very colorful outfit, right? But then my bow is very blue, so it kind of works out. You shall find only death in Osgiliath. That I do not find surprising. Whoops. Whoa, I'm like scared and running. I guess I should have done some hope. And maybe I need some rain potion. You understand. Come on, he's only got 15 pounds left. Come on. There we go. I'm chuckling because it might remind before over there of something else. Oh no, Parmandir is down! Get her up, get her up, get her up! We're still in combat. Ish. I'm still in combat. Are you able to res her?
I had a bit of the lag.
Oh, there was some lag. Okay. Okay, it looks like I'm out of combat. Cool. Completed. Done with the stars in Tier 1. Good enough. As the forces of the Morgul host are ready for war, the Black Blade of Lebanon holds close his valued prisoner, but he lied, and awaits the arrival of the Corsairs' forces led by the Scourge. Yay! Oh hey, wonder if I'm supposed to... Well, first I'm going to raid the chests and stuff. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, so we got some contents of that. And there's a small fancy chest here. Okay, cool. Alright, then yes, I will take us to the campfire. Gather up, children. Let's tell a story. Deed completed, yay! Yeah, that's true, Parmandir. You don't have to go to the campsite. Yeah, we're in the sewers of Osgiliath. Culverts, sorry. So that finishes Ashes and Stars, Chapter 6. He says, I cannot believe it. I felt a cold rush pass over the city as I looked to the dome outside the culverts. Could that have been his foul spirit sent away to the land of shadow? You've done a great thing, but Faramir is not among your number. Tell me, what has become of my captain? Well, let's spill the tea. He He says, what has become of Faramir? Were you too late to save him? And we tell him about the sacrifice of the other guy and his bravery and allowing Faramir to escape from the western gates of Osgiliath. My captain lives yet. I shall rest easier knowing that Faramir made it past the gates of the sun, even though his fate beyond remains unclear. Such a sacrifice. Norhund shall be hailed as a hero among my people. And then he gestures to the guy next to him and says, like, hey, have you heard this? Things are good. Whoa! He just has a whole, like, store full of cloaks here.
And they all are tattered.
Are they all identical? Oh, okay. Alright, so none of them are interesting from a cosmetics perspective in terms of what I want. Are any of them better than my current cloak? Ooh, maybe. That's, because that one's got critical rating. And I do love that critical rating. I mean, it could just say Hunter Cloak, basically. Oh, there's another one. Wait a minute. Okay, so let's tooltip you. Why are there multiples with critical rating? Question. Oh, that one has will and vitality. I think I'm an agility vitality person. And nope. And might vitality? Nope, that's not for me. I guess I'll get the recovered cloak of the Rangers. That will do. Thanks, man. More rangery, apparently. Wait, don't we have like a 7? Oh, that is 7. So Damrod, talk to Damrod. Ashes and Stars, Chapter 7. I think this is the last one of the Ashes and Stars section. So he says, you slew the Wraith. Is such a feat possible? Not really. He'll be back. So Faramir has escaped beyond the causeway forts into the Pelennor fields. This is a joyous turn, but I fear we must not forget the horrors looming above. I sense the war will soon reach a turning point, and I hope you will be among us at that critical hour. Storyline says yes. All right, so Ashes and Stars, Chapter 7. He says, as merry a day as this may be, he speaks true. The might of the Morgul host stands poised to spill forth into the Pelennor fields and to the very walls of Minas Tirith. And that is true, that does happen. Through your efforts, we have slowed their advance, but the thousands that rally above us cannot be stopped, not by us alone. So take your leave, go get some rest. The war for Gondor shall truly begin. Oh, and by the way, I have closed captionings going on. So you should be able to see on your screen, there's like a little thing with the CC in it. So if you are interested in watching... No? Uh-oh. Hang on a second, we'll take a look.
Did you hit the red button up there?
This red button?
It should not be red.
I mean, it's definitely...
Does it say 0 or 1?
It says 1.
Okay, try disconnecting and connecting.
Okay, hang on a second. So, stop. Oh no, hit that?
Yeah.
Okay. And hit that. No?
Maybe tech support afterward.
Okay. Let me try one more time. It is listening to Lovelier. It's a good point, though. It is red. I do see that. Well, I apologize. Okay, well, we'll do some tech support on this afterwards then.
Red's good, but we'll have to sort that.
Okay, I'll go ahead and stop it for now. I'm sorry. All right, we'll fix that. We thought we had everything fixed for the stream for today, but it looks like we missed. I mean, we checked, we had it running earlier, but didn't realize it wasn't actually working. So sorry about that, everybody. But oh, hey, look, we finished the deed though. The deed tracker, the plugin that before over there created, is telling me that I finished Ashes and Stars through Chapter 7 on Legendary server, and I now have the title Legend of Gondor. So that's cute. Okay. So that finishes that and gets us another legendary title. Hoorah. And now Damrod wants to talk to us. And he says, are we doing book 4, chapter 1 now? Yeah? Okay. Cool. Okay, and this one is interesting, and I have done this before without actually reading it, and boy was I surprised. So he's like, the city has been lost, Faramir is missing, his men are dead or captured, we've slowed the enemy, but we gotta, we gotta take care of ourselves and figure out how to get out of here and what we're gonna do next. So he wants us to talk to somebody outside the Causeway Forts out on the eastern end of the Pelennor Fields. So you will automatically travel outside the Causeway Forts on the Pelennor Fields when you accept this quest. So as soon as you hit accept, you travel. And that threw me off the first time I did that. I was like, wait, what? Why am I out here? Who is this person? What's going on? Oh, these are these two brothers that we ran into at one point, and they're very much into like adventure and daring and stuff. They're really funny. So he and his brother left Minas Tirith to seek adventure and hunt the mighty Mumakil, which they did encounter. And at that time it felt a prison. Now I see the White City on the horizon and it seems a refuge instead. Can its walls stand against the evils we have beheld? I cannot stop thinking about that frightful apparition. We ran into a Nazgul with him. Oh no, not a Nazgul. We ran into Gorthmog, who is also... Yeah, a wraith. There we go. He's like a wraith. Hello, Apugajik. Or Apukjike. Apukajike. Sorry. I feel like I could use like 100 more hours of sleep a day. Okay, so anyway, we saw a wraith. He saw a wraith. He was freaked out about it. We will do what we must and not shrink in fear. So let's go check out. Let's see what we can find out. So we're looking for some fallen soldiers, and we need to defeat some enemies out here on the fields. And that one did not count for me because I had not actually picked up the quest at that point. Okay. So let's see. Let me look through that. Bestowed. Title awarded. That's that. Oh, I have Pursuer of Hope too. Nice. I like Tree Whisperer. I think that was good. That one we got from the Legendary server, and for doing deeds in Fangorn. So that was pretty cool. Okay, so hey, we found a fallen Gondorian soldier. Aw, that's sad. Oh. This man did not survive. It seemed the enemy hewed his body after he fell. Ooh, nasty. Oh, there's another fallen soldier. Hang on, this lookout looked and saw us. Okay, there we go, thank you. Alright, here's another soldier. Let's see what he knows. I think, yes, we check for signs of life, but this man has been dead for some time. That's sad. Ah, that's Skarn. I thought... And more branches, and Skarn, and branches, and Skarn, and branches. Oh, for some reason I was thinking you didn't pick up anything on this server. Oh, I thought you were picking up that Skarn. Ha. That's why you were... I saw you run over to it. I thought, oh, okay, you can pick up the Skarn. Oh, that's nice. Derp. So on this server, I'm an explorer, and I pick up both the, the wood and the ore. On our main server, which is Treebeard, Before's character can pick up ore, but not wood. So I pick up wood, but he picks up ore. And so because we're switching back and forth between these two servers, it keeps like, whoop, messing with my head. All right, so we check for signs of life, but this man has already succumbed to death. Wah, wah. Okay, so we have defeated some baddies, and we can confirm that this place is a bit overrun with stuff. So now we're going to go back to the brothers and let them know what we know. Oh, what's my alert here? Another deed bestowed. Defeat Haradrim. Well, we're working on it. Might take a while. All right, there's the brothers. So let's run back over and let them know. So for anybody who's popped in since the beginning, we are on Anor, the Legendary server. Well, actually, before I talk to him, I wanted to turn around. Okay, so look. So there's Osgiliath in all of its current ruin. Pretty crazy. Actually, maybe further than that. Anyway, but I wanted to look at... There we go. Check that out. Let me get this out of the way. That is quite the sight, isn't it? It's a little dark because of the day thing. Oops, let me undo. Ah! What?
Don't mention the war.
Oh no, I've done the thing. How do I get rid of my...
What?
Never mind. Nothing. Nothing. It's all good. Everything's fine. Here. How are you? I was trying to take a picture, but some of my plugins were showing up. And I tried to do the thing to undo them, and then I redid them, and it was chaos. It was chaos! Oh, it's fixed now. Okay, so Book 4, Chapter 1, The Broken Causeway. You found no survivors. No survivors. I'm not surprised, but I'm disappointed to hear that good men of Gondor were bludgeoned or hewn even after death. It's very sad. We need no further reason to hate the orcs, but they still provide it for us. We will not forget, and every insult will be repaid tenfold. All right, and let's talk to his brother and see what he has to say about all of this. This place will be crawling with enemies before long. It is time for us to leave. I would agree with that. Do I want to change out my bracers? I mean, yes, but no. I'm just going to get something to sell. Okay. Oh, Pelennor is wide. It's huge. Like, we're here, and we just did like a teeny bit, and it's like all of it. Pelennor Fields is huge. And this is even like a kind of a condensation of how big it really would have been in the books. So he says, will not be long before it fills with the forces of the enemy. Climb aboard your steed. Done. Tell me when you are ready to ride to Minas Tirith. Ready? Oh, I have to tell him again. All right, shall we? He says, quickly now, let's ride to the White City. Oh, are we supposed to be on my war mount? Are you on your war mount? I'm on my regular mount. I'm going to start with my regular mount. All right, he says, quickly now, let us ride to the White City. Follow me. I follow you.
Osgiliath is lost.
All right. So, Osgiliath is lost. Oops. Osgiliath is lost, and its defenders flee across the plain. Can they reach the White City before the enemy overtakes them? We must help them. Well, so far his war mount and my regular steed are roughly the same speed. But we have found Faramir, but the young captain is hard-pressed on all sides. I don't have anybody to shoot. Hey, Faramir. Maybe we just talked to him. He says, I do not know you, stranger, but I can tell by your livery that you are a friend. My men and I must reach the White City, but we were pursued. Southrons harry us on foot and on horseback, and terrible wraiths attack from the skies. Fight them off, my friend. We must reach the city if we can. So we're supposed to fight alongside Faramir. Oh, I see. This is why I have to be on a war mount, because we're supposed to be running with him. But we might be able to do it here on foot. We discovered that with our new legendary. Whoa, a dart flies by your head, missing by inches, and then another. Whoa.
Faramir has fallen.
Stand beside Faramir and defend him from his foes. Okay. Whoa, hello. I mean, I'll work on it. Do we have other foes we can attack? Hey, hey, Gandalf! Good timing. And some Swan Knights. For Gondor, for Faramir since Prince Imrahil. Hooray, an NPC saved the day. I appreciate having some, was it plot armor? Faramir has sustained a wound. Soon the enemy will surround us. He cannot stay here. Ride for the city. I will follow with Faramir and Prince Imrahil. Go now. Okay. Yes, fight for the future steward. Exactly. Okay. Ride for the gates of Minas Tirith. Those gates? Which gates? Okay, those gates. I'm on our regular steed. I mean, it is kind of far away. But look how flat. Alright, I have come to Minas Tirith in time. Haha. I made it, apparently. Close enough. One of us made it. That's all that counts. Yes, a wizard always arrives precisely when he means to. Which, in this case, was on time. So that's good. It's nice when he means to coincides with on time. And not, you know, too late. That's funny. It's still loading. I wonder if it's like, but your fellowship got there, but you didn't get there, but did you get there? Okay, cool. Completed instance too far from the city. Hey, Imrahil. He says, I wish we had met under different circumstances, but I'm glad you came to Faramir's defense when you did. His wound is not deep, but I fear that some fell sorcery remains within it. He swoons and does not respond to our voices. I will bring him to his father in the White Tower, Denethor, Steward Denethor, and he will want to see what has become of his son. I mean... Anyway. Let's see. There'll be no end to the challenges set before us in these dark days. I mean, I said there will be an end eventually. Yes, so. It says, I wish we could sit and speak in peace in Dol Amroth of my home, which is where he's from, but that must wait. I will go now to the steward. Okay, good. You take him up to the steward. All right, Gandalf says, I don't want to worry you, but there's something unnatural about that wound. Yeah. I've seen this before, this type of wound, but it seems to have a greatly accelerated pace, and the healing hands of Elrond are many mountains away. There were many servants of the enemy near Faramir on the fields there, so we must hope that his wound was not caused by a weapon of Morgul make, for there's no hope of a cure if that be so. I told Imrahil the same as I am telling you. Do not speak of this to Denethor, this worry. It may prove unnecessary, but we don't want to give him reason to despair. The young captain is his only remaining heir, and we need the steward to focus on the battle. Gandalf suddenly stares at you piercingly. Of course I'm glad to see you. But there's work to be done, and little time in which to do it. The pleasantries can wait until after the war is done, if that is a boon we are to be given. Now, didn't we have, like, a message we were supposed to give to him or Faramir from Aragorn? What? Yeah, so maybe we can, you know. So, yeah, you know. He says, you travel as I do on the wings of the storm. Men may call you a harbinger of dark times, but in truth we go where we are most needed, and today that is Minas Tirith, the Tower of the Guard. You'll need to freely travel throughout the city if you're able to best serve the people of Minas Tirith. So that kind of mirrors a little bit of, who was it? Mary, was it? That was here in Minas Tirith? Yeah, mirrors a bit of Mary going, having that free passage to go around. Oh, Pippin was here.
Because he's the one who sings for Denethor.
He does. Okay, so it's Pippin. That's right, he's the Fool of the Took and offers himself his services to the steward, and the steward's like, okay. Anyway, so the city climbs the easternmost spur of the White Mountains. Yeah, it was really interesting. We were looking at this the other day, and about how basically you've got, like, yeah, the White Mountains, and how you've got, like, you know, Rohan on one side and Gondor on the other side, and, you know, and splitting the pair of them, if these mountains coming along, and so you can go around this way or you can come around and go this way, and, you know, you come here, and then it's like the very end of it, and it just tips out to being to being Minas Tirith, and it's just quite fascinating. So okay, so let's see. Men of Gondor safeguard greater and lesser passwords for each gate. The lesser passwords change frequently. The greater passwords remain in use for much longer. He says, I give you my pledge of your trustworthiness. Show it to the guards at each gate, and they'll teach you the passwords. And the men of Gondor don't know him as Gandalf, though. They call him Mithrandir. So we can do the same. Okay. So now we're being sent off to talk to the guy at the second circle. The sword gate at of the second circle. Now, is there a stable master? There is. Let us become acquainted. Hello, how are you? Hey, I could go to Midsummer. Minas Tirith. I think that might not be the thing to do. You have a cosmetic pet? What? Oh, squirrel. Squirrel reindeer. Square reindeer. Very cute. Very cute. All right. Okay, so let's see. We are not going to get distracted by talking to every person here. But it looks like we want to go this way. Do you want to follow me?
Yeah.
No. I am not actually riding a war mount through Minas Tirith. But thankfully, my experience of being here during the festival means I can find my way around the city somewhat. It looks very different outside of festival times. So I'm like, whoa, this is a very weird place. I'm like, where's all the revelers and stuff? It looks so different. But I think we should be approaching the bottom of... Wow, it does look so different. That should not be it. Yeah, there we go. We should be coming up on... Here it is. Wow, it does look very different without all the midsummer stuff. I wonder if they removed some things in, like, yeah, I don't know, like some of the stalls are in different places or something, because that looks very different to me. Oh, hey. Hello, sword gate person. We should talk to you. Mithrandir's word is good enough for me. I will teach you the greater password for the sword gate. It is Beacons of Gondor. Share it with no one. Oh, shh. Beyond this gate lies the second circle of the city, known as the Soldiers' Tier. It's home to several ale halls and barracks, catering to soldiers in the town guard, and a number of armories and the wielding yard. Go in peace, cause no trouble. We have enough of that to spare if the scouts can be trusted. All right, so now I'm going to talk to the stable master, who's not here. Yeah, that's what I mean. Everything's weird. Where's the party, man? All right, and now we need to go to the other one, which... That's so funny. I'm so used to... Are you... You want to get on war mounts? Okay, fine. I'll try war mounts through the city. It just means you won't be able to follow me. Or I won't be following you. I'll be moving myself manually. So what I do during midsummer, when we come to Minas Tirith for the midsummer festival, is I will just bip around if I'm trying to get to the top of one. Sometimes I'll get to the bottom by using a stable master to get from one to get to the other and slide back the other way. So it's just like, oh, I'll just take that. But no, I can't do that because I don't know all these stable masters because they're not the midsummer stable masters.
Oh, they're dogs.
Yeah, right. This is the area where the dogs do their thing, and then there's the gardener supposed to be staying there. Like, so weird. It's all different. That's okay. Hello, guard of the Silver Gate. All right, I will teach you the greater password for the Silver Gate. The password is Anarion. You'll find it easy to remember because he was the son of Elendil, who ordered the construction of the city. At that, that's so easy to remember. And at that time, it was called Minas Anor, the Tower of the Sun. But it has since been named Minas Tirith, the Tower of the Guard. But it's called Anor, just like our server here. Beyond this gate lies the third circle, the Craftsman's Tier. This tier houses the city shops and smithies, as well as the clothier's market and the fellow hall. Builders and merchants will find much to attend to their needs in the tier of the city, as will any who seek the auctioneers at the House of Clamor. All right, well, exciting. I bet he wants us to go find the... Oh, stable master here. Hang on. Hello, stable master. I should make your acquaintance. Excellent. I'm just going to check. Does there... Make sure Minas Tirith... Cool. I was just checking in case we'd picked up any random quests that sent us here, like, you know, talk to somebody and let them know you found the city. Like, yeah, I don't need to. But I did end up on a wall. Because that's how this goes. So you'll notice that we're kind of having to traverse the city by going like all the way one way, go up, all the way the other way, go up, all the way the other way, and back and forth, and we're swinging back and forth. And that is by intention because the city is fortified, and the idea is to make it very difficult for any opposing army to just come sauntering in. You wouldn't want that. Oops. Let's see, look how hard it is for me to saunter in this city. But I'm really good at running into the lamps. Hey, guard of the Lord's Gate. Mithrandir says that you are trustworthy. There are some for whom that would not be enough, but it is not my place to deny you. I will teach you the greater password for the Lord's Gate. It is House of Stewards. There has been no king for nearly 1,000 years, and Gondor is now ruled by a line of stewards. Mere minutes ago, I allowed the Prince of Dol Amroth the passage through this gate. It seemed to me he bore the body of Faramir, the son of Steward Denethor. I cannot tell if there was life in him, but I fear for the line of the stewards if he should die, or if he has done so already. It is whispered that Boromir has already fallen. He shakes his head with a frown. Forgive my gossiping tongue. Beyond this gate is the fourth circle, known to the folk as the city as the Players' Tier. Minstrels and actors frequent the court and the Blue Theater, and their wealthy patrons gather The entrance to the great cistern that feeds most of the city is also on this level. Oh yeah, if you go to one end, there's like this huge waterfall. It's pretty neat. You would be wise to leave it be. The footing can be treacherous, and the waterstead has claimed more than a few careless lives. Well, thanks for the warning. Alright, well first I'm going to speak to your friend the stable master here in the court of Voronove, and then we are going to find our way along this way. So yeah, it's really interesting because the Midsummer Festival does kind of follow this, because on this tier, for example, you have nobles, and there's a cook who's trying to get their favor, and so he sends you off to give them treats, snacks that he has made, and he wants you to, you know, find out if they like them or not. So that's really interesting, you know, how they went ahead and continued that same theme through the Midsummer. Sorry, I'm giggling because I can hear the cat upstairs meowing. Oh no, she's paying attention now. That's so funny. Did I miss the up ramp? Yes, I did. This one is a little bit hidden for me, so sometimes I do miss it. Let's see, is it here? Nope. You know what? We're not going to do that. Normal mount. Meow. You can come downstairs if you want to say hi. Yeah. That's not it. Oh, here it is. That's right. You have to make just a big U-turn, and there it is. So like I said, normally I just take the stable masters to get around. I don't do the ramps much anymore. And this one definitely I don't need to do because it's so close to the upper levels. You go from the up and come down. It's just a lot faster. But hello, guard of the Gate of Stars. Right, he says that I see that Mithrandir has vouchsafed for you, but it is not enough for me to teach you the greater password. So I'll teach you the lesser password for this gate, as I've been instructed to do for friends of the wizard that are not known to me. The password is wisdom. Understand that this password changes frequently, so conclude your business here with haste. This fifth circle of the city is known as the Sages Tier. It is a place of learning. Scholars study the stars from its orrery and tower, and natural philosophers make learned arguments within its quiet courtyards. Several archives can be found in the fifth circle, as can the House of Lore and the Scriptorium, where copies are made of valued documents and records. Is he being silly up there? So check out this view, though. Like, we can look out onto the Pelennor fields, as can this guy, which is a pretty good idea. And then we've got, I can't quite see it, but you can see that we're running into the mountainside there. And then you can see how it goes all the way over there. It's pretty neat. Okay, anyway. So let's go inside and say hi to the stable master so we can sneak our way back in without having to know the password. All right, now, luckily, it gets a little smaller, a little shorter. So, oh wait, why was that person... He's a suspicious character over there, I say. So it's interesting because so there's that prow that sticks out of Minas Tirith, and so we are basically going underneath that every time we go through, and we keep going back and around and back and around and back around. It's really cool. So, all right. Oh yeah, sorry. So I missed some chat there. So Realtev says that it's faster with a normal horse, right? Well, it depends on how good you are at steering. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I get caught on the furniture. So there you are. Riding Minas Tirith, horse eating is a rite of passage for true equestrians, says Weir Willow. You know, when I know where the ramps are, I do a little bit better, but it's like I know where this one is because I come down this one for the Midsummer Festival a lot. But yes, I feel like I've done enough horse eating for the moment. Although I do like the greater speed. All right, so our top gate here. This is the Gate of Stones to the sixth circle of the city. And it is my duty to tell you that Mithrandir's word of your worthiness earns you the lesser password only. Yeah, he sounds like the guy below. Okay, fine. Conduct your business with speed and depart. The password for now is stars. The sixth circle is known to the folks of the city as the Master's Tier, but few of them ever climb to this gate. The houses of healing... Oh, interesting. What'd you get for a password?
Stones.
Stones. You've got stones, I've got stars.
Yep. What's the password for the Gate of Stones? Stones?
The password for the Gate of Stones is stones. Yeah. That's awesome. Let's see. Okay, so we have houses of healing here. The cold hall, where the dead are brought to be washed, clothed, and prepared for internment in the tombs, or in the case of the common folk, the ossuaries within the Hill of Guard. The Dome of Sun can be found on this level. That's where the Council of Gondor meets to decide matters of state, and errand riders bring their resolutions throughout the city to the other reaches of Gondor. They have had much to discuss of late, and I urge you not to bother them. Oh, it sounds like we should absolutely go bother them. All right, so where's the stable master? Here you are. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Okay, so we've met all the stable masters. Ha ha ha. You thought you could slow me down with your password changing business. Yeah, B4 says, a few laptops ago, if I moved too fast. Oh, that's interesting. So the stable master is on a different place, because that would have been not the stables. Anyway. If you move too fast through Minas Tirith, the screen would go black. Yes, because you were outpacing the load screen of the textures, you assume. I was having that same thing, yeah. Yeah, oops. Sorry, I should talk to this guy before I go running in here. So, hi, Lord Zakabora. These suspicious characters. We're here for a suspicious quest. Mithrie's pledge of value is of value, but I must follow the commands of the steward. It is his wish that friends of the wizard learn the lesser passwords for the citadel and no other. So the password is the outwall. What did you get? What's your password?
Oh, the council.
The council.
I hope I don't remember these.
That's so wild that we all got different passwords. Well, if we have to know, we'll just rewind the video. The seventh circle of the city is called the Citadel, but it's also known as the Steward's Tier. Some of the common folk refer to it as the King's Tier, but that seems distasteful to me. There's been no king for hundreds of years, and the wise rule of the stewards has served me well, if you ask me. The Tower of Ecthelion stands proudly atop the city, a sign of Gondor's might. Steward Denethor rules within the Hall of Kings, but you will only see within at his direct invitation. The path atop the city's pier is patrolled by guards of the Citadel and kept clear of obstructions. If you wish to walk the ship's prow and behold the view, do so in safety while that is still possible. Because, you know, war be coming, yo. So Lord Zakbora says, you finished your investigation and B4 and the current streamer are living together. That would be correct. Oh, I missed some other things. Oh, you Valard, your stout guardian to 130 today. That's fun. And Weirwillow says, the best is when you really outpace things and there's no floor and you start bouncing like you're on a trampoline. I know, I've done that in Minas Tirith before and it's really disorienting for me. So when I see that happening, I will like kind of pull over to the side and wait. So, oh yes, either B4 and I live together or we use, yes, the same background as green screen, but just slightly different. So, you know, there are more clues than that. Athel is partied in-game. Partied? Oh yes, the same cat. We have the same cat. Or we have very, very similar looking cats that run through both of our streams. This is Kato, by the way, if you were curious. She's 8 years old, and she and the other cat that once in a while you might hear in the background came to us via a shelter here in the Netherlands, and they were a pair, so we decided that it would be best to keep them as a pair. And so I had actually been looking for a pair of cats because we didn't have any cats, and I feel like it's better if they have, you know, someone to hang out with that's maybe of their own style. Like, she likes to play around at night and chase and bop them on the head and stuff like that, and you know, it just really wouldn't be the same with me. So so we have two of them, and she's become much more social in the time that we've gotten her, which has been great. So she was around, we've had them for a couple months now. So, excuse me, I'm really glad that she is finally making appearances on stream. Only had to get a bed for her and an IKEA side table to put the bed onto, you know, things like that. All right, so we tell Gandalf what has transpired so far, and he says he questions that we were denied the greater passwords for some of the levels. What rubbish, he says. Denethor seeks to demonstrate his authority. He should be preparing for war with his enemies instead of hindering his allies. It doesn't matter. For now, you have passage through the city. So, Minas Tirith is strong. It was built in 7 layers. with strategic purpose. Did you know how the gates alternate sides, first on the south, then on the north, and then the south again? Such a design causes the ascending road to pass through the neaths at the pier at regular intervals, and carving so many arch tunnels in the stone cannot have been easy. It was done at Anarian's command so the city could be easily fortified, and an opposing force would have a long road to march before reaching the heights of the city. See, it was on purpose. The walls of the city have never been breached. No enemy has broken the gates. Denethor knows this. He believes that Minas Tirith cannot fall, and that knowledge gives him strength, but it is also a weakness because he refuses the help I might give him and that you could provide. And I think that is an error, he says. All right, so I think I'm not going to worry about boots right now because those have slots and I don't want to deal with slots. All right, so Chapter 4, Tower of the Guard. We must not rely solely on the strength of the walls. We must ensure that the people are strong as well. It will not be long before the enemy is arrayed before the walls, and in that moment, the city's defenders will need courage with deep foundations. There are some folks with whom you should speak. Unresolved matters may linger and cast hearts into confusion when the end approaches. So, day-to-day affairs in the city are managed by a group of officials that comprise the Council of Gondor, and they meet in the Dome of the Sun on the 6th Circle. Introduce yourself to the door ward and see what you can do to aid the council. I came here in the company of Peregrine Took, Hobbit of the Shire. He is now a guard of the Citadel. The less said of that, the better, and I expect he could use a friendly word from you. I spoke with Lord Dunhir of the Blackroot Vale a short time ago, and it seems that his sons left the city without his permission, and indeed against his direct command. I understand you met Dulin and Darafun during their ill-advised adventure. Find them within one of the taverns on the lower circles of the city, and perhaps something can be done to soothe their father's temper. All right, so we're going to go talk to Ofnar and complete the Council of Gondor. That sounds like a series of quests, perhaps. We're going to talk to Peregrine Took and complete Guard of the Citadel, and then we'll talk to Dulin and complete... In Need of Discipline. That's not Ofnar, that's Ormar. That's, yeah, I know, right? But hey, that's a Pippin. He says, well, hello. Gandalf hinted that I might be seeing you shortly, but I wasn't sure I believed him. It's good to see a familiar face in this grand city of strangers. I've made a few friends already, but the city is not built to Hobbit scale, and is it? I find it quite overwhelming. On the off chance that you really would be turning up, I arranged with one of the taverns for a picnic lunch, and I expect it is nearly ready. There should be enough good food and drink for the two of us, or three of us, and we can share stories and catch up on our adventure. And I say our adventures, but really, mine has not been very eventful since we last met. I hope it stays that way. I'm not ashamed to admit that. It doesn't seem likely, though, does it? All right, the proprietor of the Thirsty Seer on the 5th Circle should have the picnic basket set out. I know. If you go down there, pick it up, carry it out to the edge of the pier, and we'll have a lovely lunch on the watch point. I'll meet you there, but make sure you bring the picnic basket. Okay, we can do that. Minas Tirith can't fall. Clearly, they haven't heard of Grond. You know, we saw Grond just like a couple of instances ago. Here, I'll go and talk to this captain because... Nope, it's definitely not it. Okay. Alright, so we gotta go find the other guy, but I think they said he was on a different tier anyway. Yeah. Alright. Very good. Gate of the tree. Goodbye, tree gate. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no stable master, so you can't sneak your way up that way. Grond, Grond, Grond. They haven't heard of Grond, but they will soon. They will not just hear of Grond, they will probably hear Grond. I can't imagine it won't be not noisy. Yeah. So many negatives in that word, sons. Hey, this guy looks like somebody we might not talk to. Hey, Orthnar. Well, he says, welcome to the Dome of the Sun. Word of your deeds is moving throughout the city like a fire in the brush. It sounds as if you have had many adventures and saved many good folk from the swords and axes of evil. That's so funny. I just watched a little clip of Scott Pilgrim earlier today, and so axes of evil reminds me of evil axes. So anyway, Says, may you continue to do this for us. Okay, we've just missed a meeting of the council, but if you go inside, you might be able to lend some aid to Arador, chief scribe. The meetings have been contentious of late, and the number of raised voices I have heard from my position here has only increased in recent days. It seems no two voices can agree on a single course of action, and each member of the council has their own interests to look after. Can they not see that we must be united if we're to survive the coming storm? Anyway, I'm just a door ward. It's not my place to say. But there are some in the city who speak against the council, but you won't find me doing such things. All right, so let's... Yeah, see, there's the high stables. I'm expecting, like, the stable master. So weird. I know, I was just looking at where the stable master is for the festival, and it's really weird that she's not there. Oh, interesting. So Grand, according to Lord Zakbora, means very weighty and ponderous in Sindarin. Really? Ooh, hang on. This is cool. There's a quest. Hang on. There's a quest. I clicked on it, and it says you do not have the corresponding quest. Wow, that's quite the quest item. All right, anyway. Hey, scribey guy. What can I do for you? Yes. All right, you must be glad the hunter of whom Mithrandir speaks so highly. I'm sorry to tell you that you've just missed a meeting. See the state in which they've left this place. I wonder if you could do me a favor. I need to finish organizing these papers. Can you gather up the rest of the notes scattered about the chamber? I trust that the stuff that's all here was here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to go collect papers for him. Can do. We'll gather up all the scribbled notes and bring that to you so you can assemble the information that needs to be assembled. I am familiar with this. We can do this. Athel is Grand. It was intentionally to evoke the memory of the ancient weapon of Morgoth, the hammer of the underworld. Grand. So yes, Athel is Grand up on the miniature Minas Tirith. I mean, you're about the right size almost. And Grand is pretty big.
I think this is not to scale.
What? Well, but yes, but what I'm saying is, like, we Hobbit as Grand.
If I was laying on my side, maybe.
Yeah, maybe if you were laying down.
Oh, I'm wrong.
You're gonna kick it with your Grand feet. Yeah, see?
I mean,
Maybe.
maybe a little bit.
I think you're too big. I think you're too big to be Grand.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's about right.
Yeah. Oh, do I have all my notes? I think I have all the scribbled notes. Oh yeah, hey. I have a bunch of notes for you, my dear. He says, thank you very much. Let me copy down any of the important matters from these papers, and then I'll have another request for you. It will not be long. So we'll watch him write for a minute. There's another way to lay down too, though. It's not just faint. It might be lie down. Let's see.
The dream remote doesn't.
No, look, lie down. Just put you straight, face up. Bump. As opposed to the faint one that you did, which you end up on your side. I didn't know that for a long time. See? You're kind of on your side, but I'm on my back.
Sure.
So, just saying. You got options. Nice. Don't mind us, scribe. We're just going to take a nap here. Yeah, wasn't there one that's like ZZZ? Oh, I don't have that one.
You have to do the challenge of Halls of Night.
Oh, it's Halls of Night, but you have to do challenge mode. We might not have done that. Hey, he's done writing. Okay. He says, there we go. I finished writing out the Council of Gondor's most recent resolutions. Now I need someone, hint, hint, to bring these throughout the city so the city leaders can take the appropriate action. Normally I would send an errand writer, but if you'd like to meet some of the members of the council, you could perform this duty. All right, here you go. So they're labeled with the correct recipient, and here's the list. So we've got somebody in the Houses of Healing. We've got Captain of the Garrison, Warden of the Coffers, and Warden of the Stores. So we'll be doing the city a great service delivering these papers. Okay. Sure. Can do. I do appreciate, though, that we got to try out to see if a Hobbit is the right scale for, you know, a wow. That's wild. Watch. Right there. That's like my superhero ability. Oh, now I'm through. That is wild. But yes, we've answered the question, is a Hobbit the right scale to be Grand against a Minas Tirith model? And the answer is a Hobbit is too big. I think the answer is a Hobbit is too big. Okay, so where do we want to start? Oh, and then we also need to talk to, oh yeah, we got to find the guys, but they're down on the ground floor somewhere probably. Taverns on one of the lower circles of the city. And I think they said the taverns were located on like 2. Oh, houses of healing. Do we have somebody to talk to in one of these? Is that a door? It didn't resolve right away. That was. Oh, hey. Hey, houses of healing guy.
As you know,
yes. We have found you, Warden of the Houses of Healing, for the council meeting that just concluded. And there we go. He requested more stuff. There's the resolutions as we know them. Where Willow says, proportionally, Ethel makes a scarier Grand than Grand. I approve. That's great. All right, so let's see who else we need to talk to. Second circle, fifth circle. Oh, here. I think aren't we on the fifth circle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we need to deliver one the other direction, though. Yeah. I've got a circle on my map.
I am the warden of the stores.
Deliver the resolution. Okay, so the council's resolutions are already written. That was fast. It's good to see such haste. He is the warden of the stores, all the food, and if the city is besieged, he will become the most hated man in Minas Tirith because he's going to have to ration. Yeah. Yep. Sorry. But you're right. It's interesting. I got on this weird little kick of watching basically like history done as little cartoons on YouTube, various YouTube channels, history channels. And yeah, the whole thing of like feeding your army or your military of whatever form it is definitely like a thing. Using that has no effect. Ah, okay. Must be, yep. Carry the picnic lunch to the watch point at the end of the pier on top of the city, at the top of the city. Can you not even mount up? Oh, that's sad. I guess we're gonna go have a picnic with Pippin. It seems like, eating, I mean, you gotta take time to eat. It's important. Mandalay asks, where are you moving to when Anor gets axed? So yeah, as we talked a little bit about earlier, Anor is a legendary server, and it is almost caught up to the max level on Lotro in general. And so what SSG decided to do was to go ahead and shut it down. I think you want to go the other hallway? Yeah, the wrong one. Yeah, that's behind us.
Is it?
It is.
I thought we were,
Yep. I have some familiarity with this. I do a lot of the festival. Anyway, so the server is shutting down at the end of August, and so yeah, where are we going to go? Let's see. Lord Zagbar says, if land means country in German, let land means country, let. Country, let. Yes, before says that Little Redhead will scatter like the seeds of a dandelion. Yes, they will be offering free transfers, Lord Zakbora, to answer that question. Not yet. The free transfers are not up yet. But we're guessing sometime like mid-August or so, they'll probably be available. And definitely then once the server closes at the end of August, all the data is still there, and you have until the end of the year to actually transfer your character. So you would just go like to the loading screen, and you click on Anor, and it'll be like, you click transfer, rather than like load or whatever. I can't remember what it is on the screen. But, and then it'll ask you the questions like, which character are you taking everything, like the shared storage and all of the coins and everything, or are you just transferring the character, or are you just transferring the shared storage and the coins and everything? So I am trying to decide where all my characters are going to go. I only have three. Did it count? It still says carry the picnic lunch. Oh, there we go. You set out the picnic lunch and everything looks delicious. Hey, Pippin. Look at this delicious spread. I see why Gandalf spoke so highly of the Thirsty Seer. It's his favorite tavern in Minas Tirith, apparently, and I can see why. Well, let's not be shy. Let's dig in, and we can talk after we've taken the edges off of our appetite. Anyway, so I have characters on Laurelin, and so what I'm probably going to send one of my characters there with a bunch of the legendary item stuff and anything that's good for social stuff, like emotes. Like I'm getting the Hobbit Dance 3 emote. I will send that to Laurelin probably. Things like that. Oh, what's up? He said, this is a good start, but by no means an end. I'll nibble a bit while we speak, if that's all right with you. You ask him how he came to the White City. He said, Gandalf brought me here. I slept much of the way, but Shadowfax is the swiftest of his kind, and he was at a gallop for most of the journey. Why did we leave our friends behind? Well, Gandalf thought... He just thought I should see Minas Tirith is all. The others had their own plans, and he's a wizard. He awkwardly stops speaking and picks at the food in silence. You wonder at his sudden evasiveness and decide to have a little bit more of the lunch. Anyway, so I'll probably send one of my characters over to Laurelin. And then I started, it says, your taste good, you were becoming worried about Pippin. Crick Hollow, I started up on Crick Hollow a little bit. And I just have one character there, and so I'm thinking about sending possibly this character who has like everything and can go everywhere. Possibly send her over to Crick Hollow to be supportive of my other character. So then my third character, I just have to figure out, is she going with this one over to Crick Hollow, or is she going to Laurelin, which totally doesn't make sense, or am I sending her somewhere else completely? Because one of the things we're doing here is on legendary servers, you can go and do a quest, which gives you coins for like legendary Angmar coins, or legendary Mirkwood coins, or legendary Moria coins, and each one of those three has a quartermaster that you can spend those coins at, and each one of them has a stone troll, and they're different. They're stone troll the first, stone troll the second, stone troll the third. So I am working on collecting those stone trolls, and then there's also some fancy tables you can get, and you can't get those anywhere else. They were from an event that was a while ago, and the event is long gone, and you can't get them. But then once they opened up the legendary servers, you can get them on the legendary servers with those special coins. So I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if I took those three characters to three different servers with a whole bundle of, legendary furniture items that you could only get on here, and then put them out. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So I'm going to 2 or 3 servers. Yes. So as before mentioned, this server stops at the end of August. And so, we'll probably transfer sometime after that. But that means like in the last days of August, I got to get everything prepared and make sure each character has all the stuff in their vault that I want them to take with them to where they're going. So, Lord Zachwara says, you're working on standardizing German data. That was free text countries. Yeah, it's funny when you translate things. Because you'll have words that look like the word met, M-E-T. In English means one thing, and in Dutch means with. So, it's so funny sometimes you see things and you're like, wait, does that mean like with? Or, does that mean country? It's funny. Okay, so we're going to talk to Pippin again. And he does cop up to the fact that he wasn't being entirely honest. And he apologizes. And Gandalf did not bring him to Minas Tirith without cause or as a simple sightseeing trip. But it's difficult for him to speak of, and he's ashamed of what he's done. So, anyway, he and he talks about it was an artifact from Isengard, and he saved it from rolling away, and Gandalf grabbed it. But anyway, yeah, he stole it away from Gandalf while Gandalf slept, and he looked into it, and he saw, and then he kind of trails off into silence with shame and fear written on his face. Aww. He stands and he gazes off into the distance. He says, I saw a tall tower and a black sky and wheeling shapes like bats, but much larger, much more frightening. Well, we've seen some of those. And then I saw him. He says, he looked at me and his voice came not to my ears, but to my mind, if that makes any sense. And he asked me questions, and when I did not answer, I felt searing pain. I told him I was a hobbit, and his laughter was cruel. He said I would see him soon, and then Gandalf broke the spell and took away the stone. The artifact was a seeing stone, a palantir, and Saruman had used it to communicate with his dark master. Gandalf wouldn't tell me much, but it seemed like we escaped. What is that? Oh, weird. I'll have to fix. I'm getting notifications that things that I wasn't getting notifications of before.
Nice.
I think it's chatty notifications. So, anyway, so let's see. Yeah, so he's talking about having seen in the palantir, and that was not a good idea. But this is not the sort of conversation that suits a picnic. Let's clear up our food and we can speak again back at my post. So, all right, so we're going to clean up the picnic. Oh, yes. Laura Zachbor says, 3 different spellings of Luxembourg with B-O-U-R-G, let's see, and B-U-R-G. I'm familiar with those two. And then Luxembourg with an M and then with an N. Apparently in Dutch it is Luxembourg with a U-R-G and with an M. There you are. All right, shall we go talk to Pippin back at his post?
My version of the picnic.
You should clean up the picnic too. I'll bet we left some crumbs lying there.
Unless you want to fly off the edge.
At some point, have we not done that deed? Probably not, because we just got here. I don't know. Where's it going to send us, though? We didn't set a milestone here. Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
You first. There is a deed for jumping off the edge. Like that. Oh, I don't see you anymore. That's funny. So I want to know where we end up.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. We're still in Minas Tirith. Okay, so get ready to avert your eyes if you're not ready for this. There we go. Long way down the flighty. Find the swiftest way off the prow in Minas Tirith. I was gonna say you could res me because you're right here. That's funny.
I'll save you 10 feet.
Thank you. Thank you. That's great. Well, there you go. You got some practice in resing me. Yeah.
You've technically hit 2 hours. But
Oh, hey.
as far as you are.
We don't need to take the Stable Master up because we have other things to do on this level, I think. Because we need to... Does Hurin? Hurin has an orange ring. Oh, we just met him. Okay.
Much light, is there?
Stay at the soldier's tier.
Yeah? You think Soldier's Tier? Okay. I was going to say, because I know we got stuff to do. Let's see, where are we? No, I just collapsed everything. We're in Minas Tirith, which is East- Eastern Gondor? No. Central Gondor? Epic Volume 4 is not a Stable Master. What part of Rohan are we in? Thank you. I collapsed all of them. Did you say crap? No, you went to Soldiers. All right, let me go to Soldiers Tier with you. Oh my gosh. All right, so apparently I'm in Anorian. Thank you. Don't know where I am. I'm out in Luxembourg. I know that. Apparently I should use the flighty for mine. Oh my word. I collapsed them thinking it would be simple. It was less simple. All right, so we need to travel south. It looks like. Do you want to follow me? Do you want to mount up? I think you're not. I said, do you want to be mounted? He says, I am mounted. I said, I don't think you are. All right. So I think we'll finish up a few more pieces of this, and then I will wrap it up because it's already like quarter till. So B4 will be coming on after my stream, and he talks about plugins, Lotro plugins. He does some plugin development, and then he does. Can talk about other plugins and answer questions and that sort of thing. Oh. Yes, this guy needs a resolution.
Take my duty most seriously.
He is in charge of the garrison, and he needs weapons and armor. So, there we are. Okay, and now we're going to keep going, I believe, to the Splintered Shield. No, that was the Splintered Shield. But we are looking for... what's the bar at the end here? The tavern. Maybe it's the Moomakin Keep. That might be. Yeah. That's what's down here. They're at the Moomakin. Oh my gosh. Of course they're at the Moomakin Keep. I should have seen that coming. Yeah. What on earth would bring them here? Maybe it was a Moomak. Oh my gosh. He's shooting at the Moomak. You go goof. They've been teaching folks where to shoot at a Moomak in order to bring it down. Oh, that's why there's arrows in the pumpkins for eyes. I didn't get that during the festival. So, let's see. This crafted fellow is not as large as the one of the actual beast, but still serves as good practice for letting our arrows fly. If you retrieve the arrows I've already fired and give them to my brother, he'll be able to practice. He's been asking for a turn for a while. Sure. I'll grab some arrows for you, my dude. All right, I've collected some arrows. Apparently, I'm really efficient. And what'd you need? He says, thank you. Have you seen our father around the city? I only ask because we've not seen him since we returned, and I'm afraid he might be rather cross with us. You see, he commanded us not to leave the city, but we did anyway. You understand. There were Milwikill to kill, to hunt and all of that. Anyway, can you find him? And maybe you can plead on our behalf for leniency. He will be stern, but maybe you can convince him not to be too mad at us. So if you come in here for the festival, there's a barrel right here that I'm expecting, and it's not there. That's probably why this guy's there. He's really sad because, the barrel's gone. I agree, right? Yeah, sad state of affairs there. All right. Apparently, Dun here is atop the wall in the second circle. We're on the second circle. Which wall? Which part of the wall are we talking here? Let's find out. Although, I don't know that we're going to be able to finish all of these in the next, for a couple minutes. So it might be a good idea to, at some point, just, take the pause. And pick up again later. Especially because we're rubber banding a little bit there. Goodness. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're still working on that. In need of discipline is the purple ring. Where's the purple ring? Ah, okay. He's back kind of by the stable master in the middle. Have you told before that on your screen, it's the horse carrying him? There we are. There we go. You are the Legend of Gondor, I see. I've still gone with the Tree Whisperer. I like that one. Okay, so anyway, I think... What do you think? Maybe we'll just turn into this guy and then scooch on? Yeah. Where is he? He's not there. Oh, is it? Okay. Is she? Oh, yeah. So usually on Tuesdays... Actually, let me follow you for a quick moment so I can pull up that, unless you want to do it. But Tuesdays? Or is it just Tuesday? I always get this wrong. There we go. There are the streamers on Tuesdays. Hang on a second. He's like, I know you. You're the elf that brought my boys back to the city. You have my thanks for that. I will have some words for them when I catch them. And I don't mind telling you, I'm the Lord of the Blackroot Vale, and within those boundaries my command is the law. Yeah, he thunders his displeasure, and some of the men shriek nearby involuntarily. I commanded them to stay in the city for their own safety. What would I tell their mother if they ran afoul of some evil Ithilien? Rosfin would never let me hear the end of it. There they are, and I will teach them obedience. You tell them that they learned something valuable about fighting Mumakil, and that he can find them in the tavern in Minas Tirith named for the beasts. I know the place. If you help my men finish gathering up these bows, swords, and shields, I will meet you there. My sons must learn to obey my words, or there'll be no sons of mine. Oh, dear. So, yes. Yeah, unfortunately, doing that Tuesday, Lord Zakbor does not actually give us the list of people, but I like your Tuesday. That is very pretty. It is very pretty. That's really cool. I like that. So anyway, the Tuesday streamers are myself. I'm Little Redhead. The first one listed on that list. And then the second streamer of the Tuesdays is B4, who's sitting over to the side, as we discussed. The other cat owner, or owned by the cat, depending on how you look at it. And then this emote is only useful on Tuesday. But excellent use of it, you see. Sometimes the perfect joke, you just have to wait a while for it, but then it hits and you're like, yes. Okay, so there's me, there's B4. I7 is supposed to be after B4, but she has been under the weather. And you think you saw that maybe she's not on today?
She hasn't streamed personally in like a month.
Yeah, she hasn't. Oh, her personal stream she hasn't even been on recently. Okay.
So I'm guessing she's still recovering.
Yeah, and I did message her last week, and I didn't hear back. So I'm guessing she's still a little out of action for the moment. So, and then normally Shoreless Skies is on the final Tuesday of the month, which this is apparently. I'm so not ready for next month to start. But he has to opt out for today as well. So you've got the two of us, and for as long as we want, apparently. Not that we've been having any trouble staying up late lately. We have been very effective at staying up late lately, as it turns out. All right, let's talk to the dad here and see if he... You have arrived to find him mid-shout. And as my sons, you are responsible for upholding my good name. And if you do not do as I command, folk will look down to your example and say, Dunhir cannot even control his own sons. What sort of man is that? And furthermore, he splutters into silence. He stares at the makeshift Mumak, seeming to see it for the first time. I mean, it's kind of big, but it does blend in. He stares at the sight of the arrows flying toward the makeshift Mumak and is silent for a moment. Suddenly he erupts once again, but with a quite different exclamation. A hit! A palpable hit! This is the way! That is the way! Why did you not tell me about this? This exercise to me seems quite a useful one. Can I have a try, my son? I will show you how it's done, I warrant. You will see your sire get it on the first try. I cannot stay mad at my boys. They get their skill at archery from me, you know. Okay. All right. He says, do you see? There's nothing to worry about after all. He has never been able to stay mad at Durfin or me for very long. Our mother thinks we remind him of himself when he was young, or perhaps old. He insists he has not changed after all. Thank you once again, my friend. We will be here practicing our technique. And if the battle comes, we will be ready. Yay! We're almost done with the other two. So, all right. So maybe since... What's that?
I think we drop everything at the top.
Oh, that's fair. I know, right? It's being weird again. Hello, Skybridge UK. You have the heart of a hobbit. Nom nom nom. Nay. Nay, 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 nay. And there's Moobot. Thank you, Moobot. There are benefits to subscribing to Lotro. Go to the Become VIP page here. Link. Don't forget to click Compare the Benefits to check out the differences between account types. So I actually do have a VIP subscription. I find it really useful, and because it just opens up. Oh, I should be following you. There's this little rubber banding going on. Yeah.
What you can do is gotta load every building in the
every building in Minas Tirith. There's a lot of them. All right, let me try that again. Let me see. So, you have the best account type. Is it a lifetime? Because lifetime is the best type, like by far. If I was able to somehow get a lifetime account, I would be like, so like, oh my gosh, I'd be over the moon. Anyway, so yes, I have VIP. It used to be that allowed you to have an unlimited wallet. Now they've opened that for everybody, so that is really awesome though, because I have found that so useful, and I'm really glad I have that. What else do we get for VIP? We get Swift Travel. There's some Swift Travel that is open when you're a VIP. That's not open if you're not a VIP. You know.
Access, like the further adventures of Elanan and Elworth here.
Oh yeah, the further adventures. Thanks, Harry. You know what? I can just open the URL. I don't know if it. Let's see. VIPs receive mailbox on the out in the field access. That is a really nice one. I keep forgetting that regular free to play doesn't get that. Sorry, where did you want to go? Okay, so we got to talk to Pippin on top. Yeah, I was gonna say we still need to deliver something to somebody at the Citadel level. Sages. Okay, we'll go to Sages tier. Okay, cool. So you can go to, there's like mailboxes dotted throughout the world, really. It cracks me up sometimes because like we were in one of the cities like Wildermore or something, and there's like a mailbox in 3 locations, and I'm like, the city's not that big. It was really quite funny. Oh, did you go ahead and dismount there?
You know, I thought I was coming in from the other.
Oh, okay. I followed your lead and then, although, yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, the guy said I could pass. Well, that's good because I did. So anyway, so I have my mailbox. I just carry it around in my pocket basically, right? So I can compose a mail, I can check my mail, I can pick up my mail like on the go, which is fantastic. And I did a key binding. So I have it on my computer. And actually, so what I did, this was one of the earliest key bindings that I did, is my number pad over here, I don't use it very often. So things that I want to have access to, but I don't want to hit it by mistake, are really handy over here. So this is my mailbox. I have it over here. And then this is to lock and unlock all those quick slot bars, because I sometimes like I need to add something or move something. And I have that right there. Oh, we're on the wrong tier. Okay. So things like that. Well, if we're near the ramp, we can just go down. Okay, cool. It's been a while. The stables are all different. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like the stables are in weird places. Wait, you're going up. Do we need to go up or down? We need to go up? Okay. Easy peasy. Anyway, so I love having my mailbox on the go. It was really, really nice. Custom character portrait frame? Really? Oh, there's a VIP portrait frame. Yeah, it's, hang on. Okay, what am I using? What do I have on now? I have Blaze of Hope. Hang on. VIP frame looks like that. So it's all gold and funny. Wait, we still need to turn in the thing. Deliver the resolution. Oh, okay. At the Citadel. Okay. But that one's okay. I think I still like, what was I using? Blaze of Hope, was it? I like Blaze of Hope. Oh yeah, wait. I should use the, what's the one with the bridge? Was it the Horse Lords? No, that's not that. Oh, but that one's nice too.
The Great River one was nice.
Oh, the Great River one is nice. I'll use that one for now. Anyway, I like playing with portrait frames. It's fun. All right, so let's see. Pippin says he's apologizing for spoiling the picnic with such frightening conversation. The food was delicious. The company was excellent, of course. But I should not have spoken so much about the Seeing Stone and what I saw within it. You assure him that it did not ruin the picnic, and you're simply glad that he is all right now. He says, well, thank you for saying so, my friend. I will give such artifacts a wide berth from now on. I can assure you of that. There may have once been good reasons for using them, as Gandalf says, but now there's so much trouble in, well, you know what I mean. There's so much trouble away to the east, and I dare say no one should peek into those stones, ever. I'll get back to my duties. It was nice to see you. Okay, so we've done that, and then who wants our paperwork? There's a Bard of Gondor. How weird. Hey, Warden of the Coffers.
Thank you for bringing
All right, he's grateful that we have brought this to him with such haste. It's his duty to maintain the guard on the treasury And his proposal to guard the treasury doors a little bit better has been approved. Okie dokie. All right. Sounds good. All right, so what else do you get for VIP? Now I'm really curious. All character... Oh, access to all character trait slots. But I think they opened that up for everybody, didn't they? Or maybe not. So your trait tree, you've got 3 tabs here. You've got the class traits with where you put the points. Oh my gosh, I have 12 points available. What have I been doing with my time? The race traits are here, but the character traits, that's these. So I know that these unlock at different levels, but maybe some of them never unlock or something. But with VIP, they're all unlocked like right away. Like you can just, you have them. Oh, hey, I think this guy wants to talk to me. Akadan sent you. I have nothing to say to him. As the Warden of the Green, it is my duty to preserve the Townlands and its people, and I refuse now, as I refused then, to call back the few scouts and guards that now defend them. They are the folk who will first face the swords and axes of the orcs. The council dismissed his suggestion. That made me feel rather... Wait, what? I have compiled a report of the situation on the Pelennor Fields. Can I trust you to deliver it to the Warden of Laws? Okay, down in the second. Yeah, we're not done. That's okay. Oh yeah, 500 Lotra points per month. That's really nice because especially if you let that ride for a few months, like you can really, like you can save up for, you know, a transfer or a character rename or a character race change. Sorry, you said soldier's tier?
Yeah,
Okie dokie.
These are troublesome
Soldier's
times
tier,
indeed.
please. Thank you very much. Unlimited chat. Oh, when you first log in, I think you can't do the chat thingy, or no. Oh, sorry. Anyway, VIP's cool. All right, let me put that away. Okay. Yeah, so you guys have the 15 years lifetimes. Ah, lucky, lucky. Seeing stones can bring palantirs to your eyes. Ha ha ha. So, Lord Zagor says, on another stream this morning, someone was lifetime VIP, checked their account, and they had 68,000 points accumulated. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's some people that are VIP, lifetime VIP, or lifetime subscription, and they, like, you know, didn't play for a while, and eventually, you know, they come back and they're checking their account, and yeah, it'll be like that. Like it'll just be sitting there, you know, bulking up over time. There's been people I've heard from, like in World Chat, and they're like, I don't have anything to spend my Lotra points on. It's like, wow, to have purchased everything in the store basically that you want, like that is just wild. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm a victim of gravity. Do people here live in Gondorminiums? Oh, it's a sky. That's a Skybird pun for us. Thank you, Skybird. He did get me to jump off the cliff. I did jump off the edge of the prow, but I did wait and watch him do it first. Make sure we didn't end up like far, far away and we'd have to travel back here because that'd be annoying. All right, the Council of Gondor. What's this? It's a report concerning the land holdings of folk who had to abandon their homes on the Pelennor. Let's see. They think he's dreaming if he thinks the city is going to repay the owners of these farms for any damage the orcs inflict upon them. He's dreaming if he thinks there'll be anyone left to repay them. The word out of Osgiliath is not good, and the army arrayed us against us sounds vast. He says, well, I promise nothing, but bring this report back to our door for filing, and if we survive the siege that must be coming, we may need paper to burn, and the report may be good for that at least. Oh, snark. Yes, B4 does get my consent before dragging my character off of, you know, deadly cliffs and things like that usually. Like, it's not, unless it's not on purpose, and then, you know, neither of us consented to that, and then it's like, oh well. Oh, the /follow would make you fall off. Yes, there have been times when I've been on /follow and, like, you know, he'll do like a wide circle or something like that, or he'll like weave back and forth and it weaves me to the edge and I will sometimes fall off the edge. That has happened. Which one?
These are troublesome times
Up to the
indeed.
Masters? Okay. Yeah, so that has happened. War mounts try not to go off cliffs, but normal mounts do. I mean, war mounts try very hard to go off cliffs. They're very good at it.
That one around
Oh, on follow? Yeah, that's true. When a war mount's on follow, it just starts turning in circles. If
It tries to path without the cliff.
Yes, it tries to path, and then without the, with the cliff in the way and all of that, and it gets a little wacky. It gets a little wacky. Okay. Back to the Dome of the Sun. Was that on this tier?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the Dome of
Man.
Stars, but with fewer Nazgul.
Yes, like the Dome of Stars, but with fewer Nazgul. Now with 100% fewer Nazgul. That's great. Yeah, or mounts feel like ice skating, or like, like driving on ice, and just kind of slide. You kind of slide. It's pretty entertaining. Oh, hey, here it is. Hey, Dome of the Sun. Look at that. That's a pretty picture of Minas Tirith. This is a cool room. I keep forgetting this exists. I should check and see if it's here at Midsummer. If you can still walk in. All right, he says, thank you very much. These council resolutions will help the defenders of Minas Tirith work to safeguard the city. I will take this report from you and make sure it's put in the proper place, but I share this other guy's belief that we should first survive the battle before thinking about the aftermath. I am sure I will see you again. Take care of yourself until then. All right. Let's go talk to Mithrandir. What was that guy saying? Yes, we must tread carefully on such subjects to be sure. Nice. Lotro on ice. That'd be hilarious. Like, yeah. You get Faramir doing like these nice little pirouettes and things.
Give it Marthiel up. Give it Marthiel.
A Marthiel on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sarah Oakard also.
Sarah Oakard. No, Sarah Oakard has like shoes on the ice. She's got like the grippy shoes walking around on ice. They've taken the hobbits to Isengard. Thank you. That's fantastic. I love it. That's the subtitle. Lotro on ice. Oh my gosh! And I'm like, how do we commission this? This is gold. All right, let's go talk to Mithrandir and see what he thinks about all this craziness. He says, there you are, I've been looking for you. The Prince of Dol Amroth, Prince Imrahil, was looking for someone to undertake a mission of some danger, and I suggested that you'd make an ideal candidate. So hurry down to the first circle and see if he has already sent someone else. We were just there. The fastest way to get there.
It's a long run.
It's a long run, but it's not any longer than going around. Yeah, that's fair. I was going to say, because you have to do the turtle, and then get to the stable master, and then go. So I think this is, yeah.
Milestone will be better.
We don't have a milestone to here. We didn't set a milestone to Minas Tirith. I don't know what we were thinking. Maybe when we get to the bottom, we should set a milestone. Because I doubt there's one up here. Yes, can you make a there's a request in the chat for a B4 to make a plugin that does synchronized dancing. I like it.
Oh, I made it almost all the way to the gates.
Wow. My screen went black.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just hit the city wall, I think. That's cool. Yeah, you see where I landed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you. You are incapacitated. Sometimes I try to mount up before I'm fully resolved. And it's like, you are incapacitated. I'm like, yeah, I know I was, but I should be better by now. I got better. No longer a noob. Come on. All right, he said, Mithrandir said you'd be happy to undertake this errand, and I am pleased to see he is right. Well, we haven't discussed what the errand is yet. Like, hold your horses there, buddy. All right, when Mithrandir came to the city, he told me he passed through the north gate of the Ramus Ekor and spoke with its captain. He found Ingold supervising the repair of the wall and advised him they came too late. Swords would be of more use than trowels in this late hour. Ingold has not yet returned to the city, but I need to know the situation north of the Ramus. Go to the north gate of the Ramus Ekor and learn why Ingold has not yet come back. I applaud him for bracing the wall and the gate in it, but he'll be of more use to Gondor alive and Minas Tirith than dead at the north gate. All right, I think this is a good breaking point, actually. Oh, but do we know where there's a milestone around here? I know where there is during Minas Tirith, or during Midsummer, and it's over here. It's right here. Sweet. So, let's see. Which milestone do we not need? I have... You don't want Edoras? Okay. Okay, so I'll get rid of my Edoras. And now we can pop back here easily. So that'll be nice. Okay. So, if you have anything else you want to talk about in the chat, throw that in there now. And I'm going to wrap up while B4 gets ready to... gets his stream ready. So while he's doing that, I'm going to travel to a kinship member's house. So if you're in a kinship, this is a cool little trick, and most of you probably know this, but just to show you. So on your social tab, so press O to bring up the social tab, and it's got like, you know, everybody who's on the server who's not anonymous listed there, like the friends that you've listed, your kinship members, people who you're in a raid with, and any raid locks that you have. Okay, so under your kinship tab, you can choose somebody who's in your kinship, and you can click the visit button, and then it will use your travel to kinship member's house skill and take you directly to their house. Now the key to this though is that in your housing panel, if you want people to be able to travel to your house, you have to have put a star next to it. So I put a star next to my deluxe house out here in Rohan. And so if somebody in the kinship goes and clicks my name and hits travel or visit, it will take them to my Rohan house. So sometimes what I'll do if I have multiple houses is I'll have different characters star them differently. So like, you know, maybe my main character has my house, like on Evernight, my main character has the house in Breeland starred because that's the one that's right across from the kin house where we have all the crafting facilities. But then my second character has the mead hall starred. So if people want to go and join us at the mead hall, they can all do that. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of handy like that. So the reason I wanted to travel out here is because one of our kinnies has her premium ingredient crates and regular ingredient crate out here at her house. So this is where I have my travel to kinship member's house set to. So I can just pop out here and do that. So I just, between those two, have gotten 6 universal ingredient packs from the premium one, and then 3 universal ingredient packs from the other one. So 6 from that one there, and then 3 from that one there. And if you are a subscriber, you can use the premium one. And this is on anybody's, like if you're just sitting in somebody's yard and they have it open to use by anybody, you could just click on it. But you'd have to be a subscriber to do the premium one, but anybody, free to play, whatever, can click on the regular one and get that 3. And you can do that every day, and each one of your characters can do that every day. It has a 22-hour cooldown. It's really handy. Let's see, do you have your timer going? You do? Oh, okay. All right. Well, it sounds like he is ready to go. So I will still be in the chat. I'll still be popping in and keeping up with everybody. So feel free to put stuff in there for me, or feel free to put stuff in there for B4, who is coming along here in just a moment to do plugin along. Like I said, a stream about Lotro plugins and Lotro plugin development. All right. Well, have a great rest of your day, everybody. I will see you in the chat, and I will see you again back here next week, on next Tuesday, hopefully. All right, so take care of each other, and as I always say, while you're out and about, try to stay connected to that Hobbit side of your heart. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.